Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube tutorial. Okay, this is not a 2010 YouTube video. I know it's a bit scuffed. I'm using my laptop mic, a laptop cam, and I found the mic, which is good. The normal setup will be back on Wednesday with a lot of the leaks, but I just wanted to make this video because it's episode 1 of League of Legends history, where we'll review games from the past, maybe some series that you never really saw or moments you never really saw, reminisce on a lot of the stories of the players, what the game was like, and yeah, just cover a lot of things that happened in the League of Legends history and rewatch them together. Episode 1 has 3 videos, 3 different games, starting with Game 5 of Naj and Blacksword versus SKTT1 of the Season 3 semi-finals of Worlds. Enjoy!
And we can see Twitch.
Boy was casting it.
And Corky.
If they, this was 10 years ago. If SKT
Corky,
lost this,
Zed and Vi.
Meanwhile,
look at the
they still have to
champions
ban out
like
that
arts.
from Nagne because he was making
They first picked Lee Sin,
game-changing plays.
Twitch, Gragas, Corky's banned,
Twitch and Corky taken away
Zed,
from
Vi,
Prey.
Fizz taken away from
very impressed
Faker.
by
They
Zed.
took
It
his
was
Zed
looking a
and his
little bit
Fizz off.
shaky, so I'm really interested to see what they're going to choose for this
Corky
game.
was
They take
OP
away the
in
Lee Sin
Season
immediately.
3, and
Bendy
in
has
Season
been playing
14 is
every
also
time you
OP.
give him Lee Sin,
Yeah.
they've been able to win the game, so he's just taking
Wow,
out
if
the
Naj and
confidence.
Blacksword won
Looking
this,
to
this
make
could have
plays.
been the era
So
of Naj and
the
Sword and
lock-in of
Prey.
the Shen was
Think
pretty
about that for a
unexpected
second.
from
Faker would have
Sword
never
because
won Worlds in
everyone's
his
been
first
talking
year.
about how they've been
Prey would have done it.
foregoing that champion, and they've sort of left it up.
Ah,
they even left it up
Faker
for
Orianna.
SKT as sort of bait here.
What a
But
classic.
the early top lane lock-in.
Look at the quality of the
on
game
that
as
Shen
well. The
means that
quality is
now the
so good. No,
opportunity
it's just me.
is there
this
for
quality was
Impact to
scuffed.
counter it.
That's the old
Could he
Ezreal
pull
and
out
the
something
old
like a
Smite
Jax?
logo.
He does play some carry top laners himself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Impact can play Jax, he can play Singed. There's a lot on the table that he's so happy
Damn,
to see
the
that,
old
but
Akali,
I'm
the
not
old
sure
Akali.
If that's going to be what's going to be picked here.
He could
I'm basically on the
return
caster desk with the game.
back to his Ahri that he's so comfortable with, but it looks like they
That's
don't want
Karthus.
to do that. They're sifting around. It almost
Obviously,
feels
there's
like
no
he's trying to
second
get
ban phase
ideas.
in this.
He's looking for inspiration right now. What can I go up against Faker with?
There's no second ban
Yeah,
phase,
for sure.
chat.
I mean,
So you
there's a
just
lot on
pick
the
2.
table. We haven't seen much out of him besides for his Gragas. Sorry play was
Yeah.
quite good.
Prey is
but
a
little
baby,
bit
isn't he?
lackluster in the last game.
Nagne.
He's
I've
got
played
really
against
anything on the
Nagne.
table. We did see
Actually, funny side story. I played against him in the
so
Challenger
often we
Series qualifiers.
NIP members.
I must admit, they probably aren't
I
looking at that
absolutely
right now.
gapped him.
Probably
Zia come
I remember
through.
laning against this guy and thinking, this guy's so fucking mid. My whole team was inting this game.
Do right now
My
is
whole
fight when
team.
that inhibitor
And I was
is
saying,
down.
guys, we can win. I promise
If
I'm
they lose
so
one or two
broken.
members, very low to
But we won.
in first blood and first
I was
tower.
100% KP running around smashing.
Nagne's low, Smitty J isolating him in this
I was
fight.
doing so much work.
She's still got those 3 items. Now they go for the engage. Shook onto the backline. Straight onto upset. The Monsoon knocks him
That was
away,
when
and Upset's
Galio just got
managing to
reworked.
survive. Nagne's low, Smitty J
All my job was
isolating
this
him
game
in
was
this
peel
fight.
upset
And
from the
still
Gigatonks.
Schalke full HP across the board. The beast has not been used by
I actually remember first blooding him because my jungler ganked, I remember, and he said back, 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 and I said no, I'm going to fucking kill him, and then I killed him.
in the game is the lane.
He came mid and got
A little
Orianna
bit
flash
momentum,
and said
walking
that's
through an
enough.
early gank. Nagne's gonna be flashed on the knockup.
And I
He
was like,
flashes
nope.
away. Caedrel, shielded around, flash into it, the cleanse away from Nagne, but
Boom.
first blood to Schalke, no fear.
Caedrel actually
Holy
just
fuck.
gets the
Caedrel
first blood
versus
off the
Nagne.
flash. Oh, it was a great trade
Good
already
time.
with Memento going flash for flash and getting the cleanse. Now Nagne
Yeah, we won
ends
3-0.
up dying.
We 3-0'd them. Good times. Damn, that's interesting.
SKT pick up that Ezreal. So
Anyway,
right now,
little side
Prey's
story, baby
put in a
Caedrel.
little bit of a situation. He may go for that Vayne.
Oh, that
We've seen
Nocturne
Piglet
splash,
use that
bro.
to great
Classic.
success in the past 2 games. So let's see if they're going to try to take that away from them as well.
Oh,
Now,
praise
locking
Vayne.
in
They're
the
going
Nocturne,
Shen
That's not a
Nocturne.
mid lock-in.
Oh, they swapped to
the
Ahri last
minute
second.
Switch it up. Does go with the comfort
Yeah, that's the
champion
old
there.
Ahri-
Very comfortable
Ahri
on the
splash.
Ahri, though it's going to be
There's
hard
Zyra.
going
Zyra
up
support.
against Faker's Orianna. I
Damn,
was
look
going
at
to
the
talk about the
Aatrox
Nocturne, though.
splash.
Locking that in from the
Orianna
jungle.
splash. Absolute
That
throwbacks.
itself puts pressure on mid lane because him diving in with Ahri, that's a very, very scary gank to try and avoid.
Now they have
Even
to pick
for Orianna.
top, I guess,
Nocturne
into
coming
Shen.
out at level 6 as soon as he has his
I don't know what
ultimate,
was good back then.
That's very high kill potential.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, in the past 2 games, we've seen SKT take home. They've been able to put Orianna mid and just rely on
Look
his
how much time they
consistency
have.
to clear.
Look how much time they have to pick. They have 1 minute per rotation. You see that? They have like 1 full minute almost per. Because instead of getting one pick, you have 60 seconds instead of 30.
Games, we've seen SKT. So they have a lot of global
So you have
pressure.
so
they have
much
a lot
time
of
to
dive potential.
chill
They could
and
even make
think.
3-man plays on the mid lane and try to
Jack
push
stop.
down that mid turret.
Oh,
Jax has been locked in, so that is actually Expression's signature counterpick to the Shen, and now we are seeing it actually being used against him. So the student may indeed surpass the master here. We'll see how that goes.
This is almost like throwing down
Don't
that
forget the
gauntlet
map
in
looks
this
a lot different in
matchup.
Season
Whenever
3.
you come back with the exact
Now they have to
same,
pick
but
AD, I
switch
guess. They want to
champions.
drop the Vayne till
Have to
5
see
to see if it was
back.
playable,
If
but I don't
Expression
think
can actually come
Vayne's
out
playable
ahead
into
this way
even in
too,
Season 3 into
then
those
he
champs.
gets huge
Too much
bragging
burst,
rights
too much
over that
range.
top
Ashe
lane.
is pretty
Yeah,
good.
no doubt.
But I don't know if
really
Ashe
happy
is
to see
even
the
meta
Zyra
back
last
then.
pick for SKT. Zyra
There's
has
no
really
Aphelios,
strong lane,
there's
and
no
against
Zeri,
the team comp of
there's
Na'Vi
nothing.
Sword,
This is
they have
Season
Shen
3.
and Nocturne
This is
and Ahri. Three
basically
champions that are
11
gonna be
years
wanting
ago.
to dive into your backline and just create as much
There's
disruption
no
as possible.
Xayah, there's
and the Zyra
nothing.
just being able to throw out her ult,
It
throw
was
out her
just
E
like
is just gonna
Ezreal,
make that very
Ashe,
hard for them.
Vayne,
I really dislike
Core
playing
keep
Nocturne
bot, Grave
into
spot.
a
I
Zyra
think
team comp because
Sivir
once you
was like
ult into their team,
Caitlyn.
the Zyra
Oh,
just
look at
throws her
Caitlyn.
ult behind the Nocturne who's initiating it, and it makes it very, very
Caitlyn
difficult for
Thresh.
the team to follow up on the initiation.
Damn.
Exactly. This SKT team has so
This was when
much
Tristana was a bot
zone
laner
control
and her
of the
E was a
battlefield. It's
damage
not
over
only
time.
that Zyra
You just
Stranglethorns,
walk
but
up and eat
also
them and run away,
Faker's
and it would do damage
Orianna
over
ults.
time.
He's been able to place those really, really well with Bengi, using that mobile Lee Sin to precisely place the
And you
shockwave.
would play
means that
AP
they can
Tristana
control
mid and
two
shit like
very,
that.
very big areas on this battlefield.
Jinx wasn't
That's
out?
perfect
No,
against
Jinx
a
wasn't
heavy,
even out,
heavy
I
dive
think.
team. I really like
I think
what
Jinx
SKT
came out like
are
Season
doing
4,
here
didn't she?
with their counter picking.
Well, the
Season
fact
5,
is, if
Season
there's
4?
ever a time to do it, I suppose it
better
is
do it now.
in Game 5
Don't do mods,
of
don't
the
do Gamba.
semi-finals here
Mods, don't do
against
Gamba.
a team which, honestly, I think a lot of people tipped. We saw the fan vote coming in from lolesports.com. 72% of the vote went over towards SKT, and this game has been 50-50 so far.
All of the analysts, I believe, also chose SKT.
Yeah.
So pretty much everybody voting that way here.
Pretty incredible stuff, and we are going to be getting into our final game here in just a couple of seconds. And, well, if your friends aren't watching this one, you should definitely tell them to tune in, because we're going to find out the first team that's going to be heading to the
Damn,
Staples
look at them
Center
little
in that
babies.
World Final.
The World
Which
Finals
will,
against Star Home
happening
World Club. Was it a
next
3-1 or a
Friday here.
3-0?
So, let's get into it. Boy, it's been a pleasure, as per usual, having you here on the desk, and we hope to see you
3-0,
a little bit
3-1.
later on.
Yeah,
maybe
there
for
was
some interviews as we move
back in
forward.
those days
Thank you
there
very
was
much for having me.
the sister teams,
So-
right? And Nashin Black Shield
So
had
here we go
Nashin
then,
White.
game
Or was
number
Nashin
5.
Black Sword and
Sold
Nashin
out
White
to this
Shield.
one.
Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel.
Especially if Bengi's able to
Nocturne
work
was one of the
around
first
spell
champs I ever
shield.
played.
If you can actually get
I
by
think
without
Nocturne
activating
Karma
that,
were
then
like
Nocturne's
being played a lot. I was like,
early
damn, they
combat
look so
effectiveness
super
is
cool.
greatly diminished.
So here we go then, we're in game. The winner of this match will be going on to the Staples Center.
Look at the map.
Who's it gonna be?
This
Quick
was
shot.
the
I'm
real
not
World
asking you to
Finals, this
predict it
game
just
5
yet,
here.
because after what we've seen, this could
This could have been a
anything.
horror for
Well, I'm
Faker if he
definitely
lost this.
excited to see how this Nocturne and Caitlyn perform in
Look
the
how
matchup,
zoomed in the
because as
camera
it
is. They didn't
stands,
even have a
this is
zoom
the
out.
first time we've seen both of them
The minimap
in
looks kinda
the
clean.
semi-final series. It's also
That
the first time we've
potion
seen
that Faker, that
Impact
Nagna has is
playing
kind of like
Jax.
Corrupting
So
Pot.
a lot of new champions in this this game. Also Expression, first time on Shen in the series. So definitely trading a lot of champions. And for the first time in a while, we also see another defensive start here. Neither
Hunter's
team
Machete.
willing to invade. And after SKT gave
Back
up
in
first
those
blood
days,
in
you
the
had mana
previous game,
potions. So
you can
Zyra is
understand
going to
their
lane with
hesitation here.
wards,
I'm not sure
a potion,
really how this
and mana
one
potions.
is going to go
She
down at
bought
level
wards
1.
as her
I mean,
first item,
Sword,
as well as
they've
Thresh.
done this pretty much every
Back in
single
those
game,
days,
at least
support
tried
just-
to get over there for that ward. This time, we see that one's been put down on the ramp
Support
from
back in those
SKT.
days was just
Sword spotted that one coming
a
in.
ward
and
bot.
SKT are doing something
didn't have
a
enough
little
gold for a
funky there.
potion. It was just
Ooh,
Doran's
yeah,
blades.
Game 5.
No one plays
They're
TP.
not looking for the super
Double
early
ignite top.
invades. It's going to be a
Ooh,
delayed
late
blue
invade
buff
bot.
invade from SKT.
And I remember Blue Buff had
Again,
like
they're
2 little
looking to
sapling things
contest.
with him.
This
It
is
wasn't
jungle
just
versus
Blue by
jungle.
himself. And
Could
look,
turn
they're
into
all
a
leashing.
smite wars here, as both teams are going to have 4 people around.
140 spawn,
blue buff if they go
145.
for
When
this
did it
late
spawn?
invade.
Jesus,
Well,
Zyra would have
Nagna
full
has
cleared by
just
now in
backed
Season
off,
14.
Which would make this a 4 versus 3. We do see the members of SKT moving up into position. Remember, Blue Mandu does have
155
that
spawn
grasping roots
time.
available. Blue buff has
4
been
man
started
invade
off.
bot
You can
side.
see Sword are backing away. There's no CC down. They've jumped in on Prey.
This could be very, very dangerous. The blue buff only at half health right now as Bengi
Oh,
gets the
Bengi
vision
just
there. They
yoinks it
put
from
the
him.
wards down. The blue buff has been taken away here.
Wait, he doesn't
by
even get
Bengi.
he doesn't even get
Interesting
level
choice
2
to
from
use
Blue Buff?
his
What?
Sonic Wave and Smite combo
And his
on
top
the blue
laner's
buff
taking
instead of
his
trying
blue
to
buff.
land that on watch and burn a summoner spell or even go for the first
Oh, it's
blood.
shared XP.
Regardless, though,
Oh, yeah.
SKT going to come out with both blue buffs here.
Impact's
as
taking...
does his
He's just
best
tanking
solo
blue and taking it.
SKT side.
Another great start to the game.
Man,
here
there's so many
for
mechanics that you're just
SKT
sitting there like,
in
huh?
the final game of the series. We'll see how the
You have
buff
to leash
control
and get the
plays
fuck
into
out
their
quick,
favor.
otherwise you
Impact
get shared
deciding
XP.
to recall, gonna heal up and make his way to that top lane. And we are gonna see straight matchups. Prey and Kane gonna have to be a little more careful. They've not hit level 2 yet. Piglet does spike to level 2, lands a couple auto attacks down onto Prey. And
Yeah, I'm using
forces
this
them
standing mic
backwards.
and a cup.
Level
Bear with me.
advantage, and that means lane
Oh,
advantage in favor of
Kruggies.
SK.
3 minutes in. Such a tense start from this one. Bengi getting those double buffs under control.
Old
We saw
Zyra
it
passive.
for
Do you
the
remember
blue
what old
inside
Zyra
the
passive
map,
was, chat?
going
When you
over to
die,
the
you turn
Impact,
into a
who's
plant and
now
you shoot a
facing
beam somewhere.
1v1 against
You shoot a bullet.
Expression with Expression's main here. This is going to be a very interesting lane matchup to watch.
Luckily for Expression, he's hit level 3.
Shen
He's a
hasn't
level ahead
changed
of
that
Impact.
much.
There is a
Ults
massive
someone
wave
to
here for
shield
Impact
global,
farm up, and
taunts
luckily for
them.
Impact, he's got that blue
His
buff,
Q
so all
does
of those
damage.
empowered strikes gonna
Shen's
make
kind of the
CSing
same.
under the
Jax is
tower
also
all
kind of
that
similar.
much easier.
I feel like the top
You
laners
see
haven't
Expression
changed that
backing
much.
away. He doesn't have any wards, so
Thresh is
gotta
also
be
the
a little
same.
bit careful if he does
Caitlyn's
stay
kind of similar. I just don't
overextended.
think she
Kane
has that
now
headshot
sitting on this
passive, does
bottom
she?
lane. They're keeping up
Like
in
that,
CS, but once
does she?
again,
I don't know what her
they
mechanic.
are
I feel like she has a
pushed
different mechanic on her
defensively back to
traps.
their tower.
And look at this roam
Or
from
like her E.
Expression. He's trying to make a play. Because Jax did not go to lane and went for the blue buff,
Oh, Shen's
it
Q is...
frees up Expression
What
to
is
push
this?
his
Is like
lane. He's
Adam
been
top lane,
spotted
isn't he?
by
He's ganking
Bengi.
mid.
Can they set
They're
up
both
a
not sure
counter
what to do.
here?
Also very dangerous. The Q going to land their Expression. Will Shadow dash off into his jungle. Thought we were going to see a little
So
bit
obviously
more than
jungle
that
camps
one, but
back then
again,
don't
no
count as
risks
4
here
per
in
camp.
Game 5.
Whatever you
Got very
kill counts
excited
as
with
1.
Ninja action,
So
but nothing
buff-
came of it. Impact
buff is
continues to
3,
farm up as Expression.
Wraiths is
He's gonna
4.
run back to the top lane, but keep an eye on that watch. He's trying to make his way towards that top lane.
Krugs or
Stopped off with
Golems,
those
I
double
guess, is
golems,
2.
As Bengi is counter jungling that Wraith camp.
Here comes the blind monk.
Also, the
Looking
respawn timer for
Nocturne.
camps
Oh,
was like
that
2
golem
minutes, wasn't
barely
it?
dies before the
It was.
sonic
I think the
wave
camp spawned a little
comes through,
faster.
and it could be a 2 versus 2 situation up top.
You could buy normal wards and wards that are
Wow,
pinks, so you can see Lee Sin has
Bengi
2 types of wards in
still
his
there. He's
inventory.
going to come around the side, puts a ward down. Watch is going to spot his position. Will we see Nagne try and come around for this one? There's a lot of vision down on that top side.
Yeah, you can
Swords
also...
jungle here.
Oh,
from
big
SK
hook by
Telekom
Thresh
as
into the
hook
trap.
lands down bottom.
Oh, we do see the damage
Damn,
going
the
down.
damage
Kane
from
has
that
rooted
Thresh
in place.
Caitlyn.
They've traded Ignite. That's a flash away from Pumandu as Prey has not left Piglet. Continues to smash away from the back line, but Piglet forced to flash and does get away. No
Oh,
first
Piglet.
blood secured just
Close.
yet. As you can see those red health bars tingling on this bottom lane.
They do have the
So the old
advantage in
Ezreal W, I
summoner
think, was
spells now,
AP,
as
right?
Mandu
And it
had
would give
to
attack
burn his
speed to
flash
anyone it hits.
to leave a little bit too far up. But if we return to that top lane, what happened? Jax, he really wants to get to that level 6 point, as Warboy was talking about in the first time these 2 champions went up
Look at
against each
support
other,
items.
and he's almost there.
They should
Expression
bring that back.
failed to
Fucking
make
useless role.
anything happen from Jax's blue buff start, and he shoved the lane.
Oh my
went
god,
for
they
a
forgot to
failed
buy
gank.
items.
So now it's going to be Jax show coming back pretty strong.
This is dangerous.
This was career defining for Faker.
Just
Yeah.
throwing down that
Huge,
pinboard
huge game
actually
for
had
him.
Not really been
And for
spotted.
T1, right?
Moving into that brush there as Pumandu.
Because don't forget they
stands
lost
on top of a
in
trap.
Season 4 as
Still
well.
no first blood going
It
down
would have
in
been
that bottom
Nash
lane.
in
Up in the top,
Black
Impact
Sword,
and Expression.
and
They're
then the
just gonna get a few
Samsung
jumps
White
out of
era.
each other.
You can tell
And
that
then maybe
SKT
SKT would have started
really
popping
want
off.
to set up Impact
Chalice
to
of
win that
Harmony.
matchup too,
Is he
because
going
look at
Athene's
the
Unholy
deep
Grail first
warding
item?
that Bengi was able to do on his invade.
Mid lane
He
goes
set
double
up so much
Dorans,
vision
classic.
that Impact can play
Ooh, a
that
pause.
matchup
Back in those
aggressively.
days, a pause would
He
run
set
out
up
after
so
30
much
seconds.
vision that
And then the
Impact
game would just start. They didn't introduce a pause forever. So if you paused for longer than 30 minutes, sorry, not 30 seconds, then the game would just start. That's it. There's nothing you can do.
can play that matchup aggressively.
It was
Once
stressful.
He does hit that level 6 spike.
And the one thing I also want to highlight about those deep wards, because they are dealing with a jungle Nocturne, you need
Just at that top lane, because Shen's going to be leaving.
Real problem with the fact that they almost looked excited every single
Actually,
time.
small thing for casters. Okay, so casting nowadays, okay, I don't know if you're interested in this, but in a tri-cast in casting, you'll have 1 play-by-play and 2 color casters. What does that mean? Well, the play-by-play is the guy that does all the shouting, and the 2 color casters talk about what's happening in the game, they analyze. Back then, you had 2 play-by-play casters and 1 color caster. That means you have 2 people shouting and 1 person analyzing. So Joe Miller and Quickshot are like the Faker's going in in team fight, and then someone else, one of them, will take over, and then Kobe will analyze it. Now it's 1, like Flowers, and then like me and Kobe will analyze it, right?
Yeah,
So the
something
casting
that
was a
they
lot
had
different
real
back then as
problem
well.
with, the fact
It was
they
a lot more
almost
screamy
looked
in team
excited
fights and a lot
every
less
single time a
analysis,
hook
I
was
guess.
landing. They were like, yeah, go for it. Oh no, that was bad.
The caster
and
dynamic
this
changed.
time it's definitely been a little bit different for them. We'll see though how it continues to go. We're only 6 minutes into this one. If you just joined
So
us,
if you hear a
where
team
have you been?
fight,
Number one.
you might hear
Number
like
two,
quick
it's
shot do
2-2,
half of
and
it,
this is the
and then Joe
final
Miller do the other
game
half.
of this
Or
best
vice
of
versa.
5
Now it's
series.
just
The
one
winner
caster who does all of the team
going
fights.
through to the world final.
There was a caster
Magne right now moved himself up to this top lane. Bengi is going to be in position to counter gank.
There's
Stand
no
United
way they have
is
the damage.
available
Actually, they do
from
have double
Expression.
ignite.
Here comes Nagne. They managed to taunt up Impact. Nagne uses Spirit Rush in. Second one to
Nice
get out.
cover
as
by
they see
Bengi.
There's
Absolute
one more
map
block
reading
available. The
master.
question is Nagne going to use it? I think it's going to time out in just a second. Decides to back away and Impact survives.
Bengi with some epic timing right there. Able to come in and scare Sword off of that turret dive. Impact.
So
really
what
gotta
happens
thank
when the
his
support
jungler right
bases,
now.
you ask?
Yeah,
Well,
jumping
look at their
straight
items.
into the back of
They
those
base and
minions
they
as
buy
well.
more
Always a
usable
helpful
items.
side for the Jacks to push back. And
You
look
don't
at this.
buy items.
SKT actually
You
turning
buy
things
wards
around.
and
They're gonna
pots.
be putting some
That's it.
pressure down onto this top turret. Shen is coming back into the lane, but will they be able to put some damage in there? In fact,
Was there
SKT
grubs? No, there
decides
was nothing.
might not be
Look, you
worth
can
it
see
at
it's
this
just
point. Let's
empty.
just
See
have a
that?
trip home.
Great
Nothing
pushing
till
there
Baron,
from Impact
I
and
think,
Bengi.
right? It's just
This
empty.
allows, makes it a bit more difficult for Expression to try
And
freeze
Dragons
that
gave
lane out.
gold, I
See
think,
Watch
right?
very close to level 6. This camp should give it to him. That is now Paranoia available as Nagne secures the blue buff. And with that Paranoia up and in range of this bottom lane, Pumandu and Piglet
150 gold.
going to be fairly happy. That
Yeah,
they
and there's
are
no
pushing into
frogs
tower.
either.
However, Watch may want to sneak into the bushes.
Najin
It was
Sword
just
really
5
wants
camps.
to gank this bottom lane because of the lack of flash on Zyra. If they just go in with the Paranoia
Look,
and
mid
Stand
CS.
United and kill him, they can rotate that into a dragon. So right now they're making the call for
Oh, look
Shen
at Orianna,
to
look
shove
what
his
she's
lane
getting.
as fast as possible.
She's getting blue
possible,
buff.
and then get out of
Mid
vision
lane
of
gets
Jax.
second blue,
Well,
always.
Nocturne actually headed
That was the solo queue
onto
drama.
the top
Do you
side
take
of
your
the
mid
jungle
laner
here.
second
Pinged
blue? His
onto that red
Ari's
buff
taking
because of the fact
rates.
that Bengi did pressure them so heavily early on in this one. I think they're a little bit scared of that happening again.
Expression right now doing fairly well in that
Oh,
lane.
missed that
7
CS spray.
advantage, but he does have that Giant's Belt, so going to survive some of the damage that double Doran's Impact is dealing.
I feel like that may have been a missed opportunity for Sword to make a very strong early move.
Oh yeah,
in this
Zyra
game.
Q was a circle, wasn't it?
But to be said, they didn't have
Man, Thresh is
vision
literally the exact same, isn't he?
Lee Sin there, so Bengi
He hasn't
could have
changed
been
in
in
11
position for a
years.
counter gank, and they played a little bit on the safe side.
He's the
Goal
exact same.
pretty much bang even. No first blood.
He's
no
maxing
turrets.
Q on
We're
Orianna.
8 minutes and 14 into this one. We've not
In
seen
case you guys
an
want to know
attempt on
for your
Dragon
solo
up
queue
until
games.
now. Very
Oh, is that
passive
Madrid's
pace.
Blood
Similar to,
Razor?
I guess the pace of
Is that what it was
Game 1
called?
in some respects.
And
here.
this was called
Another
Spirit
game
something,
in
right?
this best of series where you tend to find that a team will play a bit more
What was it
passively
called?
to
I
figure out
forgot.
exactly what their opponents are going to be doing.
And we do see
Spirit
now,
Stone, that
once
was it.
again, these lanes just trading and staying
Wait,
very,
was this the
very
year where you could
evenly.
build like Spirit of the
Najin
Elder
Sword
Lizard? Is
hanging
that this
out,
year? Or is that
just
next
using
year?
Prey and Kane's Dark Passage there to keep Pumandu and Piglet at bay, keep them on the backside. However, if you look
This year?
towards this top lane, Watch is setting up. He's got Paranoia, and you do see that Impact is in trouble. There's the Paranoia.
They're going in, and Impact is in
Ooh,
trouble.
he
He's
jumped
gonna
it.
flash
Oh
away
man, he
from
stood
Watch.
still after
We'll
the
see
flash.
if
He
Watch
tried to
can
keep the
actually
fear
keep
channel
a
or
hold of
what?
him. He's got that red buff, so Impact is not going anywhere fast here. Flash comes down. Expression picks
how
up
did he
the
auto
kill,
him?
but
Wait,
here
what is
comes
Nagne
Nagne.
ulting?
First blood did go
Oh, he already
over
used
to
one tick, I
Expression.
guess.
There's the start on the Dragon as well.
Look at the dragon, looks like a
JT
pile
gonna
of shit.
secure this one without
It's smaller than
contest here
Ezreal.
from Najin Sword. The rest of the Sword members sticking in that top lane. We'll see if they want to try focus the tower down.
So they're able to get this dragon, and Najin Sword actually are not pushing on the turret. So
Damn.
that was a pretty big amount of resources.
So they get some
spent
gold
on
for
a
the dragon.
small gank right
There's
there.
no soul,
What Watch
there's
was
no
trying to
anything,
do
just
was
dragons.
follow up the flash from Impact with a flash of his own to keep in fear
Watch
range.
tried to
but
keep the
because
fear
it was
range.
a
Yeah,
little
he
bit
tried to
too
keep the
slow,
tether,
It
but
ended up
it's-
costing
the mechanics
Shen
ain't there.
his flash, and then also Nagne blew a spirit
Ari
rush
no ult
there
as
at the
well.
end, just for kicks.
I like Faker almost taunting Nagne there as he misses the charm and tries to
Bro,
zone
for
him out of that mid lane.
2013, this is a banger game.
Did start to work
Like,
his way down
quality-wise.
there, so Faker started to back off. This
2013
bottom
was the era
lane,
of
whilst
like
there's been no kills, there's
Cataclysm,
been a
wasn't
lot
it?
of damage
WoW
exchange,
Cataclysm or
there's
some
been
shit.
Pretty close moments with the hook from Kane, with
Halo
those
3.
grasping roots from Mando as well.
Yeah, it is staying
mob.
very even though Praise decided to go for those
Or was it
Berserker's
Halo
Cleaves
ODST?
as opposed to some early damage. But the one thing that is standing out for me is that Faker has a 30 CS advantage
It was Reach.
over
Bro,
Nagne.
Reach
Those
was good.
roams
Reach was the last
from
good Halo
Nagne's
game.
Ari are just not working out in his favor. You can see Watch
800
hanging
gold
out
lead
on the
mid.
sidelines sidelines, but he's
Damn.
instantly pinged. So SKT are well aware of his position. they are going to be aware of that ward as
Wait,
well.
Faker is actually Chovy. Like, look at everyone else.
Like Faker's gonna go to Q.
I guess Prey's close.
Top lane still. They've had their fair share of
He's actually
jungle
Chovy.
interactions here. Impact, of course, going down for that first blood. He has got
If there's anything I missed, tell me,
right
chat, because
and the workings of that
obviously
phase.
it's
Well,
so I
just
think
trying
what
to keep
Bengi's
the
doing
debate
here is that
underneath
Ruby
his
Crystal
turret.
is going to be built into
Watch comes
Sidestone,
on.
and
There's
Sidestone
no
was
ward in
basically
the
like
Triforce
nowadays
here
like a
for
trinket
Impact,
that
and
refreshes.
He still does not have his flash up.
It's kind of like the
So,
support item
If Watch
completed
is
these
able to
days.
go, I don't know
You
why
could
they're
just buy
waiting
it.
for this.
Some Lee Sins would go first
We'll
item
find out in a
Sidestone.
second. Watch.
It just had like, I think it had 3 wards in it,
and
and you could base and refresh it whenever.
Was caught by a charm.
And Lee
We
Sin
actually
needed
see
it for ward
Faker
jumps.
and Bengi roaming to that bottom lane, but Praying
You had
King
no trinket back
were
then.
able to at least avoid any potential games.
This is also why I thought that Sword were going to focus a lane other than top lane with their paranoia, because
I also
if
think
they
Ari's
gank that
building
top
Death
lane,
Fire
it
Grasp
opens up
first
for the
item.
counter
Classic.
dragon, and
Can you guess what Ezreal's
SKT are
building?
actually the ones who came out ahead in gold after that.
Faker is just racking up that CS.
Oh,
here.
that recall animation,
Getting a
look at it.
little
Oh,
bit
it's
out of hand
beautiful.
at this point. 40
It's beautiful.
CS close to.
He's helping
will
him.
be here very
Don't
shortly.
press W,
Challenge
don't do it.
double
Oh
down
my
with
God!
speed for Faker on the other side. Nagne coming back into lane here.
If that happened in modern day League, that Orianna gets reported and Lee Sin is out of the game.
40
What the
CS
fuck?
close to, and will be here very shortly.
He took
Challenge
all of
double
them,
Doran boosts
except
speed
one.
For Faker on the other side. Nagne coming back into lane here with that needlessly large rod, plus a couple of Doran rings of his own.
Oh, Expression still trying to hold on in the top lane. We've seen him trading fairly evenly earlier on, but now that Impact has got a couple more levels, has the ability to
Look what Orianna did, okay? Not only did he press W, but look where Orianna goes.
On the other side, Nagne coming back into lane here with that needlessly large rod, plus a couple of Doran rings of his own.
Oh, Expression still trying to hold on in the top lane.
Ah,
We've seen him trading
so
fairly
you
evenly
give him
earlier
blue,
on, but now that Impact has
he
got
takes your
a couple
Raptors,
more levels, has
rates,
the ability
then
to
he goes and takes your
slam
Wolves.
dunk with that ultimate of his.
What the fuck?
23rd attack
Operation
is
Funnel
hitting
Faker?
hard. There are some attack pings
What
there
is this
onto
shit jungle
Faker,
roll?
so
And then Lee Sin
Watch
bases and
able
buys
to
more
lunge
wards.
himself into this mid lane with Paranoia, but you can see how defensive Faker's playing. He's not running the risk of being caught out. He's playing very safe.
Imagine
happy to
Aribo in
farm
Season
up.
3. It's over.
Sitting at 10 CS per minute right now.
All
which
the
is
all the fucking
quite literally
all the
perfect.
herbivore junglers would go, no, my
Nagne
camps,
gonna be
please.
starting off the blue. Gonna get some
No,
help
no,
here
no,
from
no,
Watch,
no,
who's
no, my camps.
already thrown that smite down. No one really to challenge there, as in this
Oh,
I say no one's there
Ezreal
to
to
challenge.
steal,
True
close.
shot barrage comes across. Meanwhile, in this top lane, things could get interesting. Lee Sin is waiting inside of the brush. Expression
Go on, Bengi, do an
one
insect.
step
Oh wait,
closer.
was insect even invented yet?
Bengi's biding his time.
Well, we'll see if he steps over the edge. As you can see, Bengi
I
does
don't know if
have the
Insect was
ability to
invented
kick
yet.
back. The stun is going to come down. It's going to lock Expression in place. They've jumped onto him.
Oh,
The
that's
kick
flash
goes out
Bengi. That
after
was
the taunt,
disgusting.
And Expression gets out thanks to the aid of Bengi's Dragon Rage.
Great little bit of timing right there.
That was
and that is
disgusting.
going to foil this top lane gank.
Like,
Now
kicked
it's
him as
open
well.
to counter
What the
here
fuck?
from Watch as he comes into Paranoia range.
Well, let's see what he can do. He's waiting on
Look!
the turret right
His
now.
bot lane's
Impact's
taking
less
golems
than half
too!
health, but he's already hit the recall.
What does
He's gonna
Lee Sin
get
do
out
this
there
game?
before Watch can have anything to say in that top lane. And he himself,
I guess the camp respawn timers were so high that maybe it was fine.
Probably
Like,
just from
actually
that kill
serious
time
mode?
that he had out the lane.
Maybe it was fine.
Nagne once again trying to just even up the
His
CS.
wolves
He's
are
still
already back up.
40
His
behind.
rates.
35,
Wait,
40
what happened to
CS
his
behind
rates?
Faker.
Ah, yeah, Orianna took them. Oh, yeah.
Probably just from that kill and the time that he had out the lane.
Nagne once again trying to just even up the CS. He's still 40 behind.
Crazy back
35,
then.
40
No
CS
jungle
behind
was the
Faker.
ultimate dog
Even though he's
roll.
got the
Faker took his
nuclear
rates,
rod,
then
he
his
hasn't
wolves, then his rates,
necessarily
then his
been
blue.
A
And his bot lane
kill
took his
threat
Krugs.
to SKT. You've seen him running
Lee Sin got
twice.
wolves.
First gang failed. Second
Dinner's on
time,
Lee Sin, I
you know,
guess.
Impact was dead by time Nagne got there.
He's 100
Really
CS
gonna
down on
need
his
to
mid
try and
laner in
find
14
some
minutes.
kills to make up
Nowadays,
this
my
massive
jungler
CS
refuses to go down
deficit. Praying King
5
once
CS on
again
mid lane.
in
He
this
wants to be
bottom lane,
even with
trading
solo lane. It's
damage.
fucking
Now we
greedy
see with
rat.
that BF sword and longsword, Prey's got significantly more on-hit damage, but is less reliant on
I'm
spells.
gonna pick
which
Zyra
is
in full
what-
clear
where,
in
of
3
course,
minutes
Ezreal is
and then
gonna
base
excel.
and do it again 15
This is
times
one of
until
those
I get
games
my
that
items.
stays quiet
Fucking
for
soy
a good
roll
while, and
nowadays,
all
man.
of a sudden just explodes with action.
Part of that reason is that Bengi over here on Lee Sin does not have a lot of good lanes
Jungle
to go
should be
gank.
designed to
That's
impact.
also why he's built that Magic's Razor, so he can try and catch up in jungle farm and clear the jungle a bit
just walked
faster.
up to his Krugs,
because
not there.
if he goes at any lane
Sunfire
that's not
Cave.
Shen's lane, then Shen
Spirit
will
of the
join
Elder
with
Lizard,
United,
Deathfire
and
Grasp. He's
any
building
gank that he
Infinity
does
Edge.
pull off has the
Sightstone.
opportunity to be counter ganked from
Damn.
a long distance away.
We got double Dorans.
While we're talking about
Supports are
Nocturne,
still
he's picked
stuck
himself
on
up the
ruby
elder
crystals after 15
Very
minutes.
aggressive itemization there on that one. I also want to quickly remind you guys of how this series has played out. In games 1 and 3, where Naj and Sword were even with SKT, they ended up winning the game. They ended up rotating particularly well and controlling that mid game.
Caitlyn didn't have the headshot mechanic on the traps,
have the same
right?
decision
Back
making. They are down a dragon though, which is respawning in 20 seconds. And we'll see who decides to go for it.
So all she can do is like
Watch
put a
once again
trap
top
down.
lane.
If
So
you walk into
Impact
it,
gets
she'll
taken
kill
out,
you.
SKT may just say, hey, we'll happily take dragon again.
And another thing we should point out that red side so far has been the lucky side for all of these teams. We are going to see Kane landing the hook here on towards Mandu.
Thresh damage is crazy.
Thoughts come down.
Oh
Mandu is
my
die.
god, Thresh
It's
damage
Kane
is
that picks up
crazy.
the kill.
That's why Thresh has been banned so much against them. Kane making
They're
a play.
diving top with
Now
Nocturne
Impact
again.
in trouble. Paranoia goes down.
Oh, he got the
manages
fear.
to leap.
Nice
Fear proc
chain.
stays in
The
distance.
tower is doing no
Watch
damage.
as well as expression
But mid
security.
tower's
Now,
gonna die.
Bengi and Faker into
The
mid lane.
champions are bigger than the tower.
Comes down. Here comes
The Shadowed.
Expression. The question is,
Taunt
can
Flash,
they
is that
stop
mechanic
anything?
invented yet?
The tower's been saved. No kill secured
He
yet.
shielded the
Kane
ward.
looking
Oh, Faker.
for the hook. Not going to connect.
Taunt Flash, is it
Faker's
invented?
Still alive. No,
Ooh, Faker.
He's got the shockwave.
Oh, Faker.
There is the shockwave coming down.
He's that
Faker,
guy.
so very low. Expression dies.
Oh
Faker
my
so
god.
low. Oh, Protect comes in. Kane trying to get
Basically
the kill.
just won Worlds with that play.
Kane's not getting the kill. Bengi will bring it back though. And again, as I said, it doesn't ever rain, it pours in these games.
From the beginning there,
Bro, he's
though,
180
Nagne
CS in
did not have
16
any
minutes.
More charges on Spirit Rush to get in. Yes, Shen Standing Knight's coming in, but it's just Nagne walking at the two targets. And both of these are very mobile targets. Nagne had flash, so he could have done something which is flash in
Blind
with the Shen
hook.
Standing United still on him, thereby Shen gaining distance as well. But man, with two
Was
melees
greedy to walk back in for the
basically
auto, but
going in
respectable.
there
He had
right
the
on
shield
top of
on.
Faker, he gets off a great
The shield
shockwave.
just times off, I
And
think, maybe, or
it's a
something. I
little
don't
bit
know. He was
close,
low
so
as
Kane can
fuck.
answer, but Bengi is the
A
one
dragon!
who comes out, the
Or
real
more like a
victor
rat,
there.
look at it.
And
A
after
rat with
all
wings.
of that, SKT secure themselves another dragon as well. We have seen that towers have been traded at 1 apiece, but Global Gold still in favor of SKT. Piglet has had a lot of alone time with this tower and given
Full
it
tower
a
to
few
Ezreal.
love taps.
Bloodthirster
which will
first
cause
item
that
on
to be
Caden,
the
actually. I
second
thought it would be
tower of the
IE.
game, and a commanding 3,000 gold
Impact's
lead
just
in
like
favor of SK Telecom T1.
Standard
That
top
stat
laner.
really interesting there as well.
Push,
First
get
tower,
ganked,
first dragon,
die,
every
team
game
wins.
in this best of 5 has gone over to SKT. They've been able to
Actually
win
true, the
games
biggest
off that
Ezreal
twice,
mechanic was shooting a
and
W
twice
that
as
gives
well.
attack
So,
speed.
who knows
And then
how this
Eing
one's
into it
gonna,
before it
all
collapses
work
so you
out
get
in the
attack
end.
speed
There's
for
a hook
yourself.
coming across.
That was the
Mandu
cool
just
Ezreal mechanic
sidesteps
back
it.
then.
But there are 3 men now down here. Gonna be 4
That
in a
was like,
second
damn, that
as
Ezreal's
Nagne comes
cool.
in as well. Faker is also moving around. This could get very explosive in the bot lane as Bengi gonna get charmed.
Well, we do see Praise landing some auto attacks and that pult over. Faker's made his way in from the back line, still holding a massive CS advantage over Nagne's Ari. Nagne's decided to
Ari.
prioritize that death by grasp, but still not
He's
sitting in any
2k
boots,
gold
so
up in mid.
gonna take
What
him a
the
long
hell?
time to reposition
Everyone else
in
is
any
basically
of his
even.
lanes.
We
Supports
also
have
see
made
a very,
3,000
very
gold this game. Let's
big
see how much they've
difference
spent
in
on
the
items.
Junglers build,
Sidestone was
because Watch
800.
again,
Wasn't it? I
going
swear
with an
Sidestone was
offensive
800
build,
gold.
the Spirit of the
400
Elder
crystal,
Lizard
400
extremely
completion.
quickly, whereas Bengi opting with the completely
So they've gotten
defensive
3k
build
gold
here
this
on
game.
Lee Sin. Those Merc
They
treads
bought Sidestone and
will
boots,
reduce
so
the
they
amount
spent
that-
about,
or the time
what,
that he can be
1.1,
charmed in,
1.2, I don't know how much
but
boots was,
Watch is
on
gonna have a
items.
much
They
bigger
spent
damage output.
2.6,
When he went
2.7k gold.
full offense on Aatrox, it didn't work out.
On the
Nocturne is a bit of a
wards
different
and
story, though, because
potions.
he's a guaranteed dive, and he's got the defense of Stand United that he can rely on.
So Blue Buff's going over once
LS
again.
would fucking- he would roll around.
A good 40
1.7, my bad.
Is finished.
My math, sorry,
Davis
yo,
and Lord
1.7.
Rock shoots as well in there.
1.7K
Nagne
on
actually putting
items.
down
That's
pressure on the
crazy.
EFG in there for him as a hot lands onto Mandu.
Paranoia comes in. You see in the background that Piglet is the focus of Watch. Pumandu
Bro,
still
Bengi's
alive in the
matching all
background.
these
He's going to be the
plays.
first victim as Watch
saved Ezreal.
unable to pick up a kill.
There's the
onto
Zyra
Piglet. Now
passive.
Stand United coming down as the
see it.
Blondes are basically killing Prey. But the kill did get secured by Sword, so well played.
Bengi was just getting into position as Lee Sin. He was about to pull off a very nice gank, but Nocturne has the range on him. Nagne, another defensive
How
ult.
is Faker level 15?
So the shockwave
15
coming out there, Faker
in
just
19
kind of
minutes?
saunters off
What?
of this middle lane. He's like, well, you're not going to fight me again. I'm
What?
going to put down some damage onto this inner turret. Meanwhile, Impact with a Jax here.
That's
almost
fucking
got that
crazy.
24 stun. Is going to be hammering on the top lane turret.
Oh!
Bengi trying to hold on to this
Oh, he
lane.
flayed
He's
his
going to get
ward
hooked.
jump.
Where's the fear going to send him?
Oh,
Pretty
Merc
much
shreds were
perfect
broken.
there.
What? The fear
He's down
duration
to
was a
less than half
millisecond.
HP. Can he escape?
Caedrel has no mana for ult.
Yes,
You have no mana.
just
You don't have mana for
about
ult. Oh
Prey
my
had
god.
no mana for Ace in the hole, used the 90 caliber net to get in range, and didn't finish off the
Wait,
kill.
the original
so
you have no
traded
mana.
towers as now Expression is moved to this top lane to defend against Impact, shoving the inner top lane turret. Here's a replay of that bottom lane.
So this is a perfect time to go for the hook because the turret's almost down. Just one more hit and they finish it off. A really good
That
play
fear
right
lasted
there.
like
Keeps
nothing.
him in range.
Oh yeah,
for the
chat. Wait, fear
That
was
90
random
caliber
direction,
net,
wasn't it?
Costing him mana to get off a couple more shots, but as you said, no ace in the hole left.
It was complete RNG which way you
20
ran.
minutes, 40 seconds into this one. It's a 2.7.
What did Dragon used to give? Dragon used to give 150 gold to
SKT,
everyone,
who
I
have
think.
won. Sorry, who have lost every single game so far that they've had here.
Oh my god, that
on
crit
this
animation.
blue side. So
Did
we'll see if
Triforce
this
have
one
crit?
is the one that changed their
190
fortune
gold.
a little bit as Piglet picked up his red
180
buff.
gold.
Lee Sin actually up by the Baron here with Jax as well. Ward's going down. He's got an Oracle. Needs to be careful though. There's 3 there from Sword.
Yeah, Nagne actually threw out a charm just exploratorily into that
Man,
bush.
Faker
Nobody was
CS is
hanging out,
crazy,
so
no? What the
it didn't
fuck?
work out for him. But once again, Nagne now has his boots.
Is that
got
Aegis
those
at the
sorcery shoes
Legion?
completed, still sitting 60 CS behind Faker. Faker
Wait,
with
what
a
is
dead
that? Is
cap
that
and an
Avarice
Enhance.
Blade? What the
That
fuck
is
did
a
that do?
very
Didn't that give
scary
you gold or
Orianna at the
something?
21-minute mark.
SKT are really scary right now. They're definitely ahead, but Sword have a great team for
Gold per
picking
5
people
and
off.
crit.
If they could gain
Damn.
control of the vision, then they can actually pull a turnaround here. Good charm over the wall, but the turret's already dead.
They got the turret. Piglet got hooked, but Kane wisely, I think, not following on from
They
that
took
one.
mid-tier too,
Ultimates are available across the board as well. So we could see that fight
Looked at the
kicking
Orianna
off. In the end,
items. Jesus.
SKT back away, happy with the turret that they've taken.
Yeah, I think with the exception of Stand United, that was the primary reason not to go in.
He's level
Expression
16.
was still walking
His
into that
jungler's
mid lane.
level 11.
Couldn't
He's 5
throw down
levels
that
up on his
massive
jungler.
shield onto Kane.
If that
or
was
onto
modern day
Watch
League, there would be
if they wanted
16
to
Reddit posts
dive
today
in for the fight.
about
Sword
jungle
are
being
still
weak.
3,000 gold behind, and they need to find a pick to get some global objectives back in this one. They're falling behind on
There would
CS
be.
in most, in total. And of course, with those dragons that SKT
Impact
have
just
had such
right-clicks
great
minions and
control
stands
over,
there hitting them.
Sword are going to have to find a way back in this game. 45 seconds before the dragon respawns, and we'll see who is going to make the first play for that.
That's scary. Jax Thwack is there now with the 20.
Was Chovy even born yet at this point?
Winity Force, that'd be interesting. Headed up towards, again, that inner turret on
I think
that
so,
top
right?
lane as he pushes on straight through.
was
This
still in
time
the
it's going to
womb
be Prey that
when
comes
Faker
in to
was
stop him.
chovying.
Piglet's getting as much farm from those golems as he can.
Bro,
there.
I've seen these laners
Pretty
take
much the
every
same
camp
for Prey
from these junglers.
on the
It's
top lane as
actually
well. We can see that SKT
daylight
they've
robbery.
kind of edged into the enemy jungle here. Now that those 2 turrets are down in mid lane, really looking to get control of it.
What were you
Right
doing
now,
at this
Piglet
time?
is sitting on the bottom lane,
2013.
just
I have no
pushing this
idea.
one out. He's actually
I
a
was
little
watching,
bit
though.
behind Prey, but as far as items are concerned, he's got a Trinity Force and almost that Bloodthirster completed. So
I don't know
looking
what
very
streaming
strong right
platform
now.
I was
And
watching
it
on.
falls on Watch.
There was
to
one
purchase
called
that Oracle.
X-Fire, one
so
called
the
Own
Nocturne going to
3D.
be even more squishy than before. It really, Sword haven't been timing this dragon
Own
very
3D
well
was a
all game
classic.
long.
I remember
Even though they
opening
have
up
a
Own
vision
3D
ward
and
on it,
seeing
it's up to
Hotshot
SKT
GG.
again to take it down
Just stream it.
uncontested.
3 dragons out of 3 for SKT. All perfect records so far. Let's see what
The
they
video's
can
too
make
loud, is it?
of a play from this one now. Blue buff has been kicked off here by Bengi.
Is my mic not loud enough?
waiting around the side. Jack's coming in from the top side as well.
My bad.
Dangerous position here, but Sword to be contested.
you're getting one
They're gonna
guy.
have to give that
Okay.
one up. That's
Wait,
blue
is it
buff
this side,
going over,
chat?
stolen away
Or
by
that side?
Faker.
Alright,
This side?
Sword a
No, it
little
must
bit
be this
split
side.
up. You actually seen Prey shoving out that mid lane, and Impact was trying to find a way really to
I don't know, it's in a
jump
cup.
into
I
the
don't know
game.
if it's
He's
like-
sort of playing that linebacker on the left-hand side. Expression now recalling in this bottom lane as the rest of SKT are starting to stack up and definitely making it clear they want this tower. Expression is still sneaking there. He has been caught out.
perfect.
Here comes the paranoia. They've dove in for a fight. Strangleforce knocks up a few. Expression gets out.
Impact going in from this one. True Shot Barrage comes across the side as well as the kick goes through the team. There's a
Big
shockwave
shockwave.
them down as well, but they've not got the damage to follow through.
The Zyra
Playing
passive was
super
huge.
low. Baker still trying to get the ball in position as there is Lee Sin diving in. Sword still alive, but all very low.
They managed to pick up a kill on Poo Mandu, but Sword lose the tower. SKT will be happy with losing one and grabbing the objective.
Expression got to start that fight out in the bush and have Piglet walk right next to him, though. My goodness, it was a really good Stranglethorns by Mandu to stall that one out and force Sword to actually retreat from that fight using the Thresh Lantern, the Dark Passage, to pull Expression back to his team.
Oracle's Elixir, chat.
So, Prey back into farm mode here. Bloodthirster.
Oracle's Elixir.
Zeal.
You use
Moving
that,
up
you can see
towards,
wards.
his Static Shiv at this point. Also got a pickaxe in there as well. Other side, Trinity Force, as I said before, for Piglet, plus that Bloodthirster added in
And
there
Teemo
as well.
Mushrooms,
we actually
Invisible
see Expression
Champs.
securing himself a Phage as his third sort of item. He's got that Spectre's
Nagnus building Abyssal Scepter. Remember that item?
Looking to get some
Abyssal Scepter?
damage in there, arguably to try and deal with Impact as well, and try to trade with him a
Classic.
little more evenly, because Impact is getting scarier and scarier. Even though he's only got two deaths to his name, finished Trinity Force,
Yeah, there was no
finished
shutdowns back
Cutlass,
then.
and a lot of global
Look at that
gold points
Baron.
for those towers and dragons.
Looks like an
Baron
Alawi
cleared
tentacle.
out once again by
Fuck is
SKT
that?
with a pink ward there on the front. Faker's
Fuck is
going to be
that
taking
trash?
blue. They've got pink wards in Sword's jungle here as well. They could try and bait them off this.
SKT have been doing a really good job of grouping up by objectives, and they go for the pick on Kane.
Oh, Kane's in trouble.
Oh.
He manages to get the flay down. True shot barrage.
Did the
throws across.
Nocturne
Now
just
Stance
W the
Knight
Lee Sin
has
kick?
been used.
Oh,
Nice.
shit!
Massive shockwave throws three of them together. The first victim is watched as the rest of Sword are on the retreat. They're trying to get out. Here comes Impact. He's on to Prey. Prey still alive.
Oh
as the
my
Strike
God.
doesn't land.
Oh,
A
Piglets,
good
you're
shot.
trolling a
Now
bit.
Piglet's in trouble.
Or are
He
you?
loses the Arcane Ship forward.
Or
He's
are you?
secured another kill as Nagne's
Oh,
on the
that's like
retreat.
my Lee Sin.
Nagne gets out. He manages
Oh,
to get the
Flash
fight
Q was
before
clean.
Quickly closes it out. Expression still in trouble.
Still in trouble and is the last man up. And this one is Impact going to dive on top of him. There is the ace.
Wait, can they end? Is that it?
This is at least an inhib here.
That Stand United on top of Nagne was a huge sign on top
Nocturne
of
in
his
4?
head that said, I'm going to Spirit Rush in.
Did Faker
for
just
you guys."
completely just
And
carry this
Faker
game alone
with
or
a
what?
beautiful shockwave, that could be the game
Wait, it's
changing
it.
play.
They're
27
trying to
minutes.
finish this off.
What?
Just get shredded by the
What?
damage. The rest of SKT, they're onto the Nexus turret. They're onto the
That was
Nexus.
it.
Ladies and gentlemen, SKT have done it.
This is
What?
the victory here.
Just
This
made it look
is
so
the
easy, no?
final for-
Oh,
Well, they
baby
deserved
Faker.
it here.
Oh, that's
No team
Coma.
would have deserved-
Here in Korea thus far.
Okay, apparently this was a
Few times
banger.
we
I
have
don't
seen it
remember
played.
this series.
Actually, I think Smeb might have seen that VOD, didn't go for that play.
My bad, my bad, my bad.
Although Faker's collapsing here. There's three here.
What is
Smeb
this
already going
inmate?
down.
Oh,
Big
this
body
was the
slam
old
disconnect.
Rengar
Vaughn
rework.
gonna have to flash over the
They
wall.
reworked Rengar. They
Vaughn
had
was
this like
actually the
Q,
superstar there. He went aggressive because
that?
he knew if they collapsed on
They
Smeb,
changed
he
his
was
Q.
dead.
and then they
Almost
reverted
certainly
it back to the
does,
original.
yeah.
Kind of like what they did with
What a team
LeBlanc.
player coming through.
They
Well,
changed LeBlanc.
or-
And then they
at least
changed
come
her
up
back
with
to
the
what
two
she
buffs.
was.
Go back.
This Tam
After they
Kench
made
was the
the
Tam
Rengar
Kench where your
counterable,
W you
Song
can just
jumped
eat your
out.
teammates.
Knew he was going to be starting topside to secure
Kind
a
of like
buff
his
because
ult.
he started taking
And you like
both
auto,
camps
get your fucking
Blank
fish,
will walk
Q
to,
him.
and this also plays
And
to
then you can
tendencies
QW to like
because
put them in your
you
mouth.
think of Peanut,
Handed
I
off
think
to
this
Vaughn
is
for
season
an early
6.
clue.
Tier 3
So
buff, and you
Ardent
see
meta was
why
season
it was
7
a two-man
Worlds, I
invade
think,
and no
right?
more. But don't
When
always
was
bring
Huni
out
Peanut?
a
Was
match
that
like this is
was that
exactly
season
when you
7
do.
or season
He's
8?
now spot out.
Where's Peanut at?
With that scrying
When did they
play
get Peanut?
is
Mana's
not
walking
gonna
up.
come
They want to
through.
fight. Mana's walked all the way from bot
Oh, he
lane.
was benched.
Blank has it. They are still collapsing. Smeb gonna go for
No
it. Gets the
flash.
body slam in on the Blank. He's going low. Score comes up with the first blood. Now Huni in a bad spot. Flashes away.
How
Yeah,
bad
that's
it
taking
is.
the
shot.
graves.
I don't want this. He
Oh,
really
Mata
wants
roam.
it.
Lands the Q. The exhaust comes
Crazy
down as
good roam.
slow from the barrel, and that's going to be concussive blows. That's going to be 2 kills picked up. A double kill delayed.
Oof,
Goes over
horror
to score.
from top
and
jungle.
Caedrel-
And in season
Horror
4,
from top
Mata
jungle.
redefined. He picked up
Oh,
the double
chat,
buff
remember that?
refresh from
Almost has
killing
the
Rengar.
Tractor's knife?
Almost has warrior in chat.
You just put
He is
wards down
about
and you
as
build warriors.
accelerated as
Oh
a
my
Graves
god,
could be.
mega good. This was
Such
a mega
great
jungle
start
meta.
there. And SKT,
Itemization is jungle
they
with
bit the bullet.
warrior.
They wanted to go
I think
for
it was
the
a
invade,
warrior,
get
Cinder Hulk,
rid
and
of that blue
fucking
buff, so they didn't get triple buff, but
How far
The Echo
in
item,
advance did
these were the
Braum
best
see
jungle
them?
items
Did
ever made.
Mata snap
The
moment
best
he
jungle
even
items
thought
ever made.
about them?
Actual,
It was the play that
really
made
good.
sense. He drew in the extra
Really, really
resource,
nice.
not Peanut solo invading.
I love
but
this
much
jungle meta.
more.
You can go
Lane
red
with
smite,
no
blue smite,
boots,
green
level
smite,
3, and
tracker
make a play
snipe,
like that, then
or the Scorch one,
you're
or the
the
slow
master.
one.
OGN
Chilling,
put
what
up
the
that
fuck?
shock,
Imagine
Samsung
you're
series,
mid-jungle in
and it
season
shows
14 was
just how
Rengar
next
Zed
level.
in a
There's
pro
no
game. Like what?
coincidences about Mata
Rengar
as a
Zed.
player. Every flank plays. He's
Huni
not
Rumble
suddenly
was a
gonna
classic.
become
this year, so we haven't even gotten much
You
of
know.
a gauge on how much he's improved. Huni, though, in a
Ult
bad
the wave,
spot,
maybe?
gets knocked back by the
Yeah.
explosive cast. He knows he's dead, just wants to get the minions here at the end. We'll be able to soak
Damn,
those
Score
up,
is
but
frying.
hands a third.
Yeah,
nice
there's
to be the
no
healing of the
alcohol
team.
back
For
then.
Score, he's the oldest
Man,
player,
KT
therefore he's like,
Mata,
this is my
KT
kill.
deft.
I'm going to be
Crazy.
a frontliner on
There's
Graves, get
one
my
KT
damage,
player
even
still
get something
going.
tanky like a Steric Gage.
Was this the time when
Cleaver into
Zed,
Steric Gage, also a possibility.
you could build held QSS against Zedult, and then Zed got
A lot
picked
of
more
pressure now falling.
and won more games.
Faker, and now
It's funny to me
Long
that when
waits
they
this out, has a shot
removed
glass.
QSSing
Oh,
Zedult, Zed win
almost
rate went
comes
up.
with it.
was the vision
It went
provided
down?
by his team at
I
level
heard
1.
Freak say that it went up
All the wards
in
they
one of his
put down.
videos.
And obviously not the highest
Because
value
people
blue to steal
built
away.
QSS, or was it August maybe? I don't know who it
The
was.
Z is Bang
Someone said that
knows
his
to
win rate
expect
went
to
up.
score on this side of the map, but you can own the min's going to
Oh,
crash.
the
and
win
then
rate
you
went
walk
down
up.
because
You don't
people
need to
started
walk
buying
up before
armor
that, but
instead.
look
That
at
was
He
it.
knows
Yeah, you're right.
There's a throw
Oh, I
ball.
see, yeah. When you take away
It's,
QSS from Settled, it's supposed to be a
They've played
buff, but its
this
win
game
rate went
out
down because people just bought armor instead.
so
Yeah,
well.
no, my brain
Can't
was
help
lagging,
being
sorry.
all too big a sample size because this is just
Some of the items
next
here are
level.
obviously quite
this-
similar still.
There has to be even an asterisk.
You still have
to
like
that
the
statement
double
because
door
it's
ends.
This clean of an early game.
You still have
against the
like
number
heavy
2 team in
supportive
the league,
items
SK
from like,
Telecom.
I mean,
I guess
the number
Jungle's
one
item
team,
Tracker Knife
right?
was just
They're
big.
both
It's
number
like
one
side
teams.
stone,
That's
but
true. I'm
even in
assuming
coming into
things
game,
here.
and there's still
It
side
still
stones
has
for
yet to be
support.
proven.
But they have
and
support
super
items,
teams,
so
you
they
know, that
actually
was
have
another
gold
thing that
income.
was yet to be
I don't even
but
know what happens in this game.
there was
I have
so
no idea.
much
I can't
talent.
remember
There's
at all.
literally, but the fact that they've gelled so quickly is the surprise. You know, both teams have new parts to them.
What the fuck did Hooney just do?
Forward, flash forward, they knock him
Oh
back
my
in
god,
towards
Hooney.
score.
Blank also trolled this whole combo. Faker's getting absolutely inted.
Deathmark Pop will still come up with
Faker's
the kill.
getting
Faker makes it out
absolutely
alive.
inted by this
They
top
lose
jungle
2
man.
members for it.
Help!
The reliability is a lot harder.
Oh,
There
bang.
we go, still finds it. Bang has the
Tom
flash,
Kench W.
holds onto it. Waits for the Devour to come through from Wolf. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Hooney
Who's
going to
TPing
TP
behind?
looking for a
Hooney?
kill.
Oh,
on
you can
some tap.
cancel TP back then.
Gets matched to me.
Able to win
I
this
TP, you
series, either
TP?
been
Okay, I don't
outfoxed-
TP. And then he says,
Sorry,
okay, I
Hooney's
don't
been able to
TP.
win. Stop. The first brick from going over to KT, but Infernal Drake.
Did they just get
first
almost
brick,
800 gold for that tower? Jesus.
desperately, SK.
Yeah, meanwhile, down bot. Depth going low. Figure gets locked up by the concussive blows. Mana has to flash
Outnumbered,
away. He'll
but
come
Graves
down
is
from
coming.
depth. Yep,
Yeah,
scores
Faker has
here. He's
no ult.
very strong. Blank gets locked up. Devour comes through from Wolf. Can they make it out alive? Slow comes through. They might just have to
Wow,
sacrifice
Wolf
the
died
top
for
catch.
blank sins. Oh,
And
that
it
Tom
looks like
shield
that
is
might just be
crazy.
the play here. Wolf doing his damnedest, but had 2 levels on him, but he still just is not afraid. Curtain Call turned down.
Oh, the Rumble
Onto
ult into
Pong,
the
gets
Jin
locked up
W.
by the Deadly Flourish. Curtain Call's here. On jukes out 1. Can he juke out more? Flame
Oh,
Spinner's
Pong.
coming through. 4th one's
He
gotta
might just
connect.
kill him.
Can he get the kill?
Oh,
The Hooney, no,
Jin
not
Force
gonna
Shot did
happen.
actually
The
a lot of
overheat
damage
auto
there.
attacks doing a lot like game 2. Death comes
Oh
forward. Asher
my god,
just to the
Death.
side, trying to predict Hooney walking
Your
back.
Aphelios ults are
up
like
the
that
lane.
these days. What the
Doesn't
hell?
find.
Faker can finally
Oh
start
yeah, wait, the
entering the
Aphelios
side
didn't
lane.
exist yet, so I
Let's see
guess
if
that
the
doesn't really
punish can
matter.
be here by KT.
Mata is here to try to follow up onto Faker.
Oh, Faker.
That's the first hit in, throws out the Glacial
Goes for the
Fissure.
ult
He will
first
be
into
slowed
the
if he tries to
Tom
walk
Kenchi.
across this, but big Abyssal Voyage comes through. From
Okay, there's
Wolf
Rengar
and
ult as
Bang.
well. What is he building?
he's
Do you
always
build
steps ahead,
Yomus?
Fake.
Warrior on
Poor man Mata
Graves.
had a silly game in
Ninja
game 1 as well.
Tabi,
Go
classic.
back and watch that VOD. Don't look for vintage
What is Ash
2014
building,
Mata.
chat?
You
BF
got very
Sword
much
Recurve bow.
2017.
What was that?
He'd be offended to
Giant Slayer.
be told that his
Oh,
mechanics
yeah,
aren't what
Giant
they were in
Slayer.
2014, but his brain, you know, was what he's prized for. He thinks on a different level than many players, and he's
Good
been
one.
good here.
Equalizer thrown down. Gets
Oh, if they
decent
had
bit
Jin
of
ult
damage
there,
on
that
the
would be
KT,
quite
just
nice.
really trying to dissuade them from going for more
It was
damage
normal
onto
to
that
buy
tier
BF
1
sword and
turret
sit on
mid.
it. Oh, that makes
And
sense.
it works out.
Buy
Have that
BF,
inside
buy
crack.
BF sword and sit on it.
Back
That
up
makes
towards
sense.
the top lane, clears out some vision. It's a little bit risky.
Spirit
with Blank
Visage Gragas
nearby.
with his passive.
From if the
Look at
ball
that
was actually
Herald,
any
look at it.
further on top of the glass,
What
wouldn't
the
have been
fuck
able
is
to body slam
that?
over. It did have flash.
Yeah.
It was necessitated. I like what Hooney's been
Looks
doing.
like
in
a
this game.
fucking.
He's been
Looks
losing
like something
lane.
out of Halo
1
3.
and 3. Roaming first, because if Smeb is allowed to roam
Oh,
Ooh,
flash
E
body
flash.
slam. They try to pop him back in. Hooney does flash away. I'm still feeling happy about that one. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane,
Ooh,
it's going to be a
Faker
bit of a
combo.
party.
W
This
the
coming through,
Jace
Pawn
Cube.
getting
Do they have
exhausted,
damage
already
here?
down.
Oh,
Will
yeah, they
have
have damage.
HP. Smeb does
Oh,
finish
Smeb no
channeling
ult.
this one. Trying to slow up Blank. Wolf tanking up the turret. Glacial
Oh,
Fissure
Wolf
comes through
see you
to
later.
lock him in. He will die.
Where did Death's arrow go?
Smeb trying to chase down
Here comes
onto
Ash.
the Rengar to get a little bit more. Now with Death coming on the sidelines, flashes in for the volley to slow up onto Blank. Cast comes through. It's not enough damage to finish him
Ooh,
off yet.
Faker
Now it's going to be a
took that W,
turnaround.
went behind
Hooney, this
him.
could be a big
Nice
fight for
TP as
SKT.
well.
Death getting
Big
hit in the
rumble
backside
too.
by the curtain call.
Faker.
Fourth shot won't connect, but it doesn't matter because Faker comes up with a kill.
Close the distance,
3-0
but against a
Faker,
Jin, who
2017.
can be impactful
His
just
top jungle
waiting
has
in
been inting him,
from
but
the
Hooney's
mid
a bit
lane.
back.
So well punished. Big mistake there is Smeb doesn't want
That's like
Faker to
igniting
recall.
the top base. Glad they did it back then
shopping
too.
for you.
With no
Oh,
way
Death.
for Graves to
I mean, I get it, right? Rengar no
Nicely
flash,
played
no
by
ult,
SK
just flash
Telecom,
auto,
still
slow, try
fighting
and
on
get the
the
kill.
back foot.
But Z damage
Not
was
letting
quite
that
high.
gold lead strike. Unlikely
So
to
Ash
be
is
able
going
to
Essence Reaver, I
You
think.
say that,
I
but
don't
it's
really
triple
know
AD
what she's
carry,
doing.
and they're very out of position, SKT.
But KT are still winning.
The wave's not there yet. Second
Oh,
one
that
still back
Rengar
by
ult
the
noise,
tier
Jesus.
2. He trying to pinch in from the
Oh my
sidelines.
God, that
Fem
noise.
finds him, pops him back with the Cascade. Goes down
Tam
to half
Kench
HP,
was
but
so
the power
OP,
comes through.
actually.
They lock up Wolf, however, might be looking for a kill
Nah,
on the
Tam
top
Kench was
end.
so OP.
Spem
Imagine
still
putting
not
his
taking
W
up
on his
that
ult,
front
and
line,
he's still
has to peel
playable.
back. He gets
There's a
around
lot of
the mountain
recognizable
Drake,
things
though.
here, I think, for people, right?
But then Infernal
Like
and
Yomus
Mountain,
is
they would've had a
there,
pretty fast Baron,
Liandry's
you'd
is
have
like
to think, with triple
looking
AD
a bit
carry,
weird.
and Groggs does percentage
You got the
damage as
tier
well.
items.
For now, though, SKT don't feel strong enough
Merc
to actually
Lamont.
start it. Waiting for some shops, I'd
Slowly
imagine.
becoming more modern.
Parking Faker in a side lane.
The map's obviously
Kind
different
of
from
out
the
of
first
nowhere.
one.
He's 3-0-1,
The
so he
Dirks
has
are in
actually
the
been
game,
picking up the
Lethality
lion's
is in the
share of
game.
the few kills that SKT
Wait, why
have
did
been
he buy
able to pick
tier
up.
at 17 minutes?
But doesn't have the defensive vision to do anything other
Was
than
it
push
faster to
minions
stack
into a
back then?
turret. crashing on
Is
an
that
inner
Frozen
turret
Heart or some
and give
shit?
you space to work with. The game is still very
Dragons are
narrow for the
different.
Zed, so might be able to clean up team fights, but is not having
This was
the map
4 years
effect
later
that
from the Season
justifies
3
the
one.
Zed pick.
Oh yeah,
Ward,
the tier
so
would
you see
stack
him.
on every spell,
Bit
right?
too
You just
risky, so
spam
they won't
spells
try to
in
commit
base.
in for the turn over towards
There's
this
not
mid lane,
much
trying to
side
get
lane
poke
push,
damage
right?
down.
Like
They come up with a
they're
pick,
gonna bleed a big top wave.
themselves an inner turret out of it.
Bot wave's also stacking. They're just grouping and fighting.
Poke still a happy spot for KT.
Oh, score. The
Oh,
sidelines,
Faker.
Deathmark comes through, they pop up Faker, they will find the
He
kill,
gets
but
one
the
for one,
Deathmark will finish off score in the end, a 1
Big
for
shutdown.
1.
There's a lot of gold
Big
on the
shutdown for
Faker. They
Faker.
don't have a lot of wave clear outside of him as well.
Nice
Gonna be
rumble
the
as well.
equalizer thrown
Push them
down
off.
in
They could get a good
desperation.
Jingle
Mata
here
gets
as well.
rooted up, taking a couple turret shots, but overall looks like he may just be okay. Now the curtain
Oh, the
call
ring
comes
roll too.
through. He's going to be the target as well as Death. Smev and Pawn.
Waiting for the execute
trying to
damage.
Take this up. Pawn goes back in, really greedy, really
So he can get
aggressive.
the autos in.
bouncing
Damn,
grenade
Bank's so
comes
close
through,
to getting
choking
kills.
them all
It's so
down.
low.
So very
Ow,
much.
shit.
Bank flashing forward, can't get the last shot. The
W
Death
missed.
won't connect. Meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, a double kill comes in for Hooney. Won't be able to make it a
Pound.
triple quite yet, as much can be
Chase
said for
Cruz
him.
maybe
getting
one tap out of the
collapsed
bush.
on by
Oh my
several
god,
members.
yeah,
Does
definitely
he just
can't.
go for the play.
Maybe he can
tap
save him
on.
here.
Yeah,
Wow,
jump
he's out.
back
He's actually
in
out.
onto the wave. That's the TP
Man,
coming through from
KT are
Smith to zone them
hardcore
off. He'll
over
cancel
grouping
that
mid.
to get the
The Herald's
See, on
disappeared
first
and it's
hand,
becoming
you
the
can
Baron.
understand the 4 members.
Look at
it
the death
only
timer
ends up
numbers
being
at the bottom.
2. So what looked
They're
like
massive.
greed.
Oh,
I think
Dragon
it was
got
Pawn
bigger.
having a good read on this. A really good spot.
They are
in
just
top and
grouping
bot
and
lane, all gonna
poking,
be
that's
pushing
it.
in.
Equalizer comes down.
Here
Mata
comes
getting
another
jumped out.
fight.
Faker goes in. Smith gonna
Bot
body
wave
slam him.
stacking for a bot tier 2.
Delay
Top
of
wave
him,
stacking
goes
for a
into the
top tier
backside
2.
with
They just
Mata, but he
group mid and
gets
fight.
Absolutely destroyed. Score comes up with a kill, but now SKT, they are firing back. Curtain call in onto the Graves. A couple more shots will take him out. They can't find him
Man.
in the fourth and final. They might still be able to finish him off. He
Jhin
quick draws
Rumble
away
with Zed
from
burst.
that deadly flourish.
And
They
Rengar
got
burst.
Baker,
Quite
but
nice.
they
Look at these
lose
sideways
for
T1 can catch.
SKT.
Jesus,
Winning
look at these
these fights
minions that they could have
despite the
moved
goal
into.
deficit.
There's just no threat
Oh
onto
my
the
god,
Jhin
look
who
top,
can
look at
continue
top.
to
The
open
minions
up,
are so big
equalize
that they're
just
running
enough
around
to set up
Krugs.
Deadly Fuzz, set
There's
up
so
the
many minions.
onslaught.
What the
KT
fuck?
don't have
It's crazy,
now
they just
600 gold. So
group
they
up
feel
and
like they have
siege
enough
or some
tools,
shit.
but
I
the
don't know,
equalize
the engage
feature
was from a
perfect
Rengar
from Hooney.
upgrade E.
A lot of damage start. Deft has to flash preeminently.
Faker
Even though
does a little bit of
Smev ran
trolling,
at
but
Faker, tried to stop him from being relevant.
Rumble just
he
cooked
ults
them
people
all alive.
in, and he kind of ults Hooney in to basically burn down
Rengar E is doing
the
so
Ashe,
much
and then
work
it's
in
just
these fights.
squishies everywhere.
Is it Rengar's E
It
that's
comes
called
off the
Bola?
backside of the
It's crazy, it's
The
called
same
Bola,
way
no? And it's
every
his
time
E.
they push up for that tier 2 turret. Now though, fight breaking out in the mid lane. Deft getting jumped on, going down. By the look of things, Deathmark comes
Ooh,
through.
Death's
Can they finish
getting
him off?
burned
He's
here.
exhausted, and he will
Man,
fall.
Faker's just getting one
It's gonna
pop
be
in these
Bank
fights.
coming up with the kill.
Backline.
Double kill.
Jhin
Comes
ult and
Faker.
Rumble.
Comes up with one, but he pays for that one with his life as Pawn will barely slink out of this one.
Man, this game
Yet
has
again,
25
KT
kills in
just
23 minutes.
losing these fights to SK
26.
Telecom.
Oh,
Pawn
the
finds
snipe
an
from
answering
Pawn,
kill with a
27.
big shock blast onto
He's
Wolf.
calling an award.
He's on award.
It's a
Jhin W.
2 for 4
Wait
in
for
favor
Bang.
of SKT. Do they go for this?
Yep.
Oh. Alright, well, the
Ah, he
deadly
was
flourish
sussing
not
it.
fast enough.
The teleport
He was
was
sussing
really
it there.
good to see. Has been thwarted by
Rengar
SKT
goes warrior, then full
time
tank.
and time again. Even though
Black
they have
Cleaver.
a front
Oh,
arm
what was this
composition
item called,
that you
chat?
think could be disengaged from.
Something
but
arm
making us
or
a
something. You
believer in
stacked
KT.
it. It was like
Keep
Seekers
running
for
it down
80
mid
health.
and keep getting punished.
Yeah.
What was it
We're
called?
gonna see the replay. Remember, Def doesn't have
Jaroam's
summoners, so he's gonna die
Fist.
eventually.
Oh,
He's trying to do
yeah.
as much damage as possible.
Jaroam's
He's always
Fist.
gonna die.
Yeah, Ashe goes
Doesn't
Essence
end up
Reaver.
being as-
Rumble up
Look at how many Tabis there are.
He has a lot of
Where were you in
experience people
Season
learn
7?
from on his team.
I was playing in
All
the
you can
Challenger
say
series
about
with
Hooney
Schalke
is
and
his
Upset
champion was
and
exactly where it needs to be. All the
Memento.
meta champion
I was
which is
playing
exactly
against
what he needs to be
Shizuke
able
and
to do.
Gilius
We know he
and,
can play the carry situation, the gangplank, for example.
who else is in there?
Finally,
Thal
this
and
turret has
Mushin.
been
That top
not
lead is
gone.
crazy.
It feels like Honor tends to
Elder
understand
just
about
spawned
this
at
game
30
is
minutes,
that
right?
there's no
Or like at 30
supports.
minutes it ticked
The
down.
different thing in a
Or
game
some
like
shit.
this is
After
that
30
they
minutes.
have reliable.
Elder in Season
Comcast
7
can walk
spawned
up,
at a certain
put down
time.
the ward, and
Or
there's
something.
one person
Like
who's not gonna
after
die. It's
after a
really
certain
decisive
time of Dragon
calls
dying,
might
it would
decide
spawn
the
at a
game.
certain time.
Maps down to the bottom lane, going to be TPing in right into the front.
Returning.
They
Down
forced
to half
TP, wow.
HP. Looks like SKT will go ahead and peel back. Big shot
Oh
blast
my
up
god,
first
that's a lot of
quarters
damage
in
from
the front line.
Graves.
Wolf will get locked up by by the Ash Arrow, and he gets deleted. Equalizer comes down, but it's cutting off KT for the rest of their squad.
Redemption's nice. That's a free Baron.
Great
Actually, a lot of like
skin,
macro things
so
happening, right?
died instantly.
Mostly from T1.
But
I feel like
remember,
KT's
that was
macro is
where
quite bad. But
Bang was able to open up
I'm not
next
here
to
to
a
say
turret
bad
out of
in a
threat
game from
range
7
and
years
do
ago.
a lot of damage. Be that
8 years
long-range
ago, whatever it is.
artillery that-
Deft is
because
quite
if
useless,
they're
though.
fighting in short range,
To be honest, he's
excellent
kind of
range
strong, actually. Never mind.
interrupt.
Look at the old client
Dash
spectator.
arrow,
You can see
Grom
the timer
also, but because they're fighting
on the scoreboard.
siege comp, but much less around back.
Said.
Oh, they're looking for something.
Equalizer.
Equalizer comes down. Pawn already down to half HP.
Oh my god.
Coming in for the sidelines with blank into
He brought, remember you could ult on Tam Kenshin, bring someone with you? It was like a global. Man, playing Ashe against Rengar, Zed is already enough. But Jhin and Rumble raining on you too? Jesus.
Low. Only down to half HP. They
Remember, smites came from level. Your smite damage was based on your level.
Baron resets, so just going to be looking for a pick here. All KT make it out of range. Flash forward from Wolf with a tongue lash.
The flash stun into the eat. Oh, Faker didn't get pawned. But Mata, Wolf does.
Wolf goes forward, finds that killing.
Wolf Bang was such a classic.
Close to giving Bang his
What a
first
classic
death
bot lane.
of the game.
Two-time world champs, baby. Death wants to arrow someone? He wants to snipe Bang and kill him, I think. My bot lane is 110. Is Zed building GA now? Look at refillable potion. You see Zed and Rumble with refillable? Looks so ugly, no? Who went to Worlds in 2017 for Korea chat? SKT, Samsung. Oh yeah, Longzhu. Wow, this was a really competitive year for LCK, wasn't it? Was that with Khan and BDD? Khan, BDD, Prey, Gorilla. Who was their jungler? It wasn't Peanut, right? It was. Oh, it was Cuz. Of course, it was Cuz. Oh, Def's getting poked out so much. They're flipping it. Ah, no steal. Oh, Faker's one pop Def and dodged the Jace Q. Man, Def is so useless this game. Baron and power recall. 3 for Nash. They're gonna lose Drake, but I guess the Drake is kind of useless.
I mean, both these teams struggle to play.
Maybe they can get top tier 2 as well. Were the games more exciting?
I
I don't think the games are more exciting. I think a lot of people live off nostalgia, and that's what turns the tides in like. Was old league better? These games were slow, man. This game is a very fast-paced game. Back in those days, the games were so slow. Nostalgia is a powerful thing. People want it until they have it, and when they have it, they don't want it anymore. Because it ruins it. Once you play League again, if you play League again, you play Season 3 League, it's gonna ruin all your memories. It's gonna be a lot slower than you remember. And a lot less, like, fun. Like, when I played WoW Classic, I was like, damn. Leveling up takes forever. Since when did WoW Classic take this long to level up? I don't remember it like being like this. And it's because I've been spoiled over the last 10 years of WoW, where they've made XP easier and quests easier. And when you go all the way back, you're like, wait, what the fuck? Was it really this hard? That was my take, at least. I just felt like it was harder. Redemption. Faker needs the base. Arrow. Oh, good flash by Wolf. They could Jin ult and chase here. Faker's still pushing. He didn't base. Chase them and stop the bases. Smeb might need to TP to the... Oh, they're gonna turn. Tom Kench. Faker's still pushing. Blank has GA. Oh, Huni needs to get Ash. They have Baron recalls, but Faker's still going. Blank! Nah, he's in a base here. Easy. Tower damage wasn't that high. It's not like modern day Camille where she hits it 3 times so it corrupts and it dies. He also went Deadman's Blade. Remember when GA was just armor and MR, so Rumble could build it? You see that? Braum has GA, Rumble has GA. It was just armor and MR. There was no AD on it, so it was just a good item. It was also pretty cheap from what I remember. That's Ruby Sidestone. You could upgrade Sidestone. Do you remember in season... Was it season 3 when everyone had Guardian Angel? And like, there was like 6 GAs in one fight or some shit? I remember that from an M5 game. I remember a game where M5 all built GA. Man, KT just group. Their answer, so, the way T1's comp works, they have Rengar Tam, Zed. They can make picks on sides so easy. And KT's response to that is just let's group 5 men and push every lane together and drop every wave. Which is a very like old school way, I suppose, of dealing with good side laners. Nowadays in League, you deep push one side, base, cover as 3, and get mid push into side, and you cover as 3. That's like I don't think that's a newer concept, but their ideas to counter comps are very like black and white. They have side strength and good pick. Let's fucking group. Nowadays, if they have good side, you'll see them force out a side and cover with mid push, and then they'll drop mid push and they'll base together and get mid push together, and then they'll escort them to side. You won't just see them group 5 men. They really want that top tier too. But Elder Dragon spawning, I think, in 40 seconds. Elder Dragon back then was just a burn damage, right? Though it had no execute. It just did burn damage based on how many dragons you had. So if you stack Drakes, the Elder Dragon gave more burn damage. Oh yeah, it was still strong, don't get me wrong. But I just remember doing damage based on true damage based on like how many Drakes you had.
Coming out, like gonna get slowed up.
Ooh, rumbled. Not the best. They're pushed against the wall though.
Coming through now, just chunking them down. Def trying to kite back. Get a couple hits in on the blank.
Faker doesn't want to ult him.
Oh,
he's going Def.
Faker goes in the back line, gets popped up immediately by the Glacial Fish.
Oh, just saved. What?
To keep him alive. Smeb gets his GA pops. Huni jumping straight in on top of Def.
Smeb GA. Oh, he sniped Def with his Q. Man, Zed feels kind of hard to play now. Oh my God, Smeb. Yo, Smeb is carrying so hard. Oh, if you got one more E off there. Oh, a big shot. Doesn't get the kills though. Look, bot wave. Tom Kinch ults out. Damn, bot lane is really 115 this game for KT. It's quite a hard fight for Zed. He needs to keep his eye on Smokescreen, Gragas E, and Brownmult, and Ashult, and try and find a way to go in. I've just realized, if this was Season 14, 40 minutes in, and Deft went Hurricane and is building GA with a Hex Shrinker against Zhonya's GA armor, Randuin's Deadman's Plate, Steel Caps, GA armor, everyone would be on Twitter saying, "Where's his LDR? Where's his LDR?" That would be Twitter right now. That would be Twitter. This is exactly what happened with Hansama. It's the complete copy-paste. Everyone would be screaming at Deft. What did LDR do back then? There is no LDR. Well, there is an equivalent. There is an equivalent to LDR. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Blank had no GA. One shot. Oh! Faker! That was called Last Whisper. Oh, it was the blue-white item? Yeah. Holy Faker. I think he should not have taken that ult back, maybe. Oh, Score's just spacing on the wave. Oh, he got out by the spacing on the wave. Baron buff. Did Infinity Edge just not exist? No one wants Infinity Edge. Like, no one has IE. No one. It was just trash then or what? Oh my God, flashbang. 45-minute game. Smeb looks like a mega tank. You didn't have the cooldown ticking to show when it's up. You just had it on cooldown. That's it. Look at this though. 1 GA, 2 GA, 3 GA, 4 GA, 5 GAs. 6 GAs. Chat, this GA logo reminds me of a Yu-Gi-Oh card, Change of Heart. You know that card, Change of Heart? That's what that logo looks like to me. What a classic. Jin, 6 items. Oh, the poke. Faker. Oh, the Yomu's threat. Move speed, such an OP stat. You can even use move speed to fake engages.
Might be a little bit too risky. Edge of the Night does get popped onto Bang. He's going to be still safe in the back line. Opens up with the curtain.
Nice, Gragas. What was Smite's max damage at level 18 back then, chat? Was it 900? It was 900, right? Modern day leagues 1.2, but yeah, back then was 900. Oh, Rengar is ulting, I can hear it. They've swapped sides. The vision battle is crazy. With poke.
Oh boy.
Oh, they have open in up top. They're gonna run to their open in up top. See what I mean by they're just grouping?
Can't do much to go into the fraud.
Ooh!
Thrown down yet again by Huni, chunking down. The members of KT roll, so Redemption does come.
Wow, Rengar's job is just to spam spells and throw E's. Oh, Faker goes in, insta body slam. Oh, the flash from Bang. Bang, he has GA. He has GA too.
Takes out the Jin. So far, a 1-for-1 exchange, but Blank.
He has GA. He has GA.
Takes out Mata, but the answer with yet another
Smeb didn't get his GA proc. He still had GA.
A 2-for-2.
Man, I love GA. I feel like GA is such a cool item. I like it when everyone has a Guardian Angel. The team fights last so long. Look at it. There's 5 GAs. There is 9 Guardian Angels in this game. What the hell? I mean, it makes sense, right? They're playing Rengar Zed. I love the idea of late game champs all having GAs. Maybe it kills assassins, but fuck assassins. That's just cool. It's almost like a safety net for everyone. It does stop super plays though. But I feel like it's one of those things where it will be fun when it's added for like a week. And then a week of watching pro play where 10 people are reviving in late game team fights. Eventually it's like, come on, man. This is getting boring. This is fucking weird.
and specifically
This has been 50 minutes of KT trying to siege, isn't it? This is Siege of Legends, not League of Legends. They're just trying to lock them in their base all game.
Maybe SKT's fight.
Yeah, he's looking in from the sidelines. Equalizer comes
Oh.
down yet again. Def down a half HP.
Oh, Faker.
Goes into the
Def has
back
GA.
line, he's knocked up
Faker has
immediately.
GA.
Will get popped on him. See Def.
Def's back up, Faker's back up.
Guardian Angel Blank going in, just trying to take
Def
him out.
down.
Able to do so as Bang comes up
Smeb
with
has
a killing
GA.
blow. It's gonna be a second one.
SKT's done
As
it.
the Mata goes down the bottom lane of KT.
There's a
Yet again
mid-wave.
falling. Smeb will get his Guardian Angel.
But their
knocked,
base is dying.
surrounded by SK Telecom members. He's gonna fall. Looks like Pawn will
They can
as well
TP mid,
score.
TP mid.
The only one to make it out with his life. And SK
He got
Telecom
cancelled on his
still-
face. Their Nexus is going to be open, no? That Tom Kench can't clear that. Oh, he's TPing away, but he didn't kill the wave.
They're
They
gonna
want
go
the
for it.
end.
This might just be it. Bang to
How can they get in? They have no minions.
Structures. The Super Creep's still pushing in. The Nexus is
They have no
exposed.
minions.
Wolf is
Oh, they have
gonna
one
manage
minion.
it. They have
Where
so
Graves has
much
ult.
damage on.
They have an open
They could
Nexus.
just force this up. Hooney and Blank.
There's a ward in their base as well.
Angels
I heard
is
inhibitors
the
were
device. Can
respawning
you come up
soon.
with this one? Asher comes down.
Oh,
Blank
Faker's
is
too
locked
low.
up. Baron quite low. He used the collateral damage. Going to have to enter the pit. He's just not there in time.
Run!
Buying
He
time.
finds something on
They
the
wanna
back,
fight.
and he goes for
Hooney
it.
almost
Look
lost
for
his
Hooney
GA.
to be coming
Gragas
through
ult
the
could be
Smab.
big here with
Jump
Flash.
forward. Mata goes in with the Q, pops up Blank with the Glacial Fissure. They come up with a kill.
Is it
Hooney,
GG?
Guardian Angel just one
Oh, the
hit
eat.
going down, but the Devour is there from Wolf to keep him alive.
I mean,
Mata
it's 4v5 with an open Nexus.
to try to
They
finish
could
him
play
off.
the
Won't
end.
be able to-
He's
Because
dead
they
for
only get a single
55
pick, they can't
seconds.
take that.
39
Thus far.
seconds,
Still
I think.
evading them
Big
now.
engage on
Body
Faker.
slam
Flash on
forward.
Faker.
Goes straight into the death mark. On top of Smap, gets a little bit of damage.
Don't you know about the roads? Oh my god, the what?
Bank's still dead for 25.
Bang throwing up the curtain call, looking for some damage, but he takes a big burst.
Bank's just ulting in his face.
Cancel the rest of it immediately. The Bang gonna go ahead.
Hooney's
and go back.
dead.
Nexus already taking
Or
a
is he?
little
He
bit
took
of damage.
one.
Hooney will get his GA
With
pop.
Wolf.
SKT still desperately
Wolf's a
holding on.
mega
Blank
tank.
is up.
Oh, he flashed 80 on the GA.
They buy enough time. Wolf has
Bang
the
has
burst.
GA. No, he doesn't.
That's gonna be Bang
Hooney ult
going
was
down.
big.
Going back
Faker!
on top of score. He pops the
That's
GA.
one.
Can he do
Oh no,
enough?
Smeb has
It
GA.
looks like
But
they
Blank's
will
alive.
be able to. Def firing away, but can't get it.
Score!
Can he finish it off the
Oh my
end?
god, they win? Did they win from that?
Coming through from SK Telecom. It
Just
looks
run
so
mid.
good for Kate.
Defend,
What an
Wolf,
insane
defend.
hold from SK, both of them. The Nexus is exposed. Mata, if there was anything you
That
could
Nexus is
do,
hella tanky. I know Faker
I'd
was
be
exhausted,
so
but what
damn
the fuck?
impressed, but it's just hopeless now for KT Rolster. SK Telecom, in such a back and forth third game, are able to come out on top.
Mad lost 3
They
times
win
in that
the
game,
first
did they?
Telecom wall.
Damn.
I'm sure that's why.
Oh yeah, here it is, chat. The clip I was talking about with M5.
Looks like they're going to start flash out.
They start a team fight with 5 GAs.
Coming across
Look at them.
Pepper. Darian is going to drop. This time the Guardian Angel is not available.
Even Orianna has GA.
Hosan managing to pick that kill up. They haven't taken Grom down. Now Diamond Procs also low. Pulled in onto Alex X. Alex X's Guardian Angel will get popped. Kubon's
Even
gonna
Sona
shot
has
leap
GA.
straight on him. Diamond Procs is ready and waiting for that one.
Everyone
Kubon
has
is gonna
GA.
go down in the mix, so and immediately that's going to be Alex X.
Genja has GA.
Kubon with his own Guardian Angel now pops back up. Genja's Guardian Angel goes down.
Oh no,
Gosu
Sona doesn't have
Pepper
GA.
goes down with the Oracle as well. Diamond Procs will go down with the Guardian Angel again. But Genja, meanwhile, is off on the side here. This is a whole Guardian Angel fight, and they've had to kill them at least
And
20
M5 won it.
times. And Genja's come out with a double kill. Can he get a lock onto Veggie? Yes, he can.
Oh, the old
Urgot
Urgot with the E and then you spam Q. We've done season 3, we've done season 7, we've done season 10. 2020. Obviously,
I love Halo Blades.
G2 just
so
came off the
much,
back
and
of World
especially when
Finals,
on Braum,
now in
obviously
Worlds
Braum,
again.
you don't know-
Halo
Cheap
Blades
shot. You're going to
Braum.
be hitting hard, you're going to be hitting fast. This
Baby
makes
Barrel,
Braum
Baby
already
Showmaker.
incredibly powerful.
Wonder has
Otherwise, now
Omnistone.
is probably the clear time
It
to
gave you
back
like
off.
random
When you see
runes,
that
didn't it?
Braum,
I remember this meta. I'll give you a little bit of background. All year in 2020, because I was a pro back then, it was tank jungle meta. Set jungle was meta. Volibear just got reworked to be a jungle. It was Sejuani. It was dive bot tank meta. Until Worlds. The Worlds patch buffed carry junglers. Graves, Kindred, Lilia. And EU was looking kind of strong with tank junglers. Then it swapped to carry junglers for Worlds, and EU was like, oh shit. Oh shit. And then Canyon rocked up and did his thing. And I think, was it SOFM as well, who was just going crazy with Rengar and shit? Swap the tank to carry junglers from tanks. Complete meta 360. 180. Wow. It was sponsored by Spotify. World 2020. That's crazy.
Both bot and mid lane, so Jankos has to be careful here. Still going to go for the fight.
Phase Rush Graves against Conqueror Kindred. It's rough in extended fights.
Forced away.
What's Caps doing?
Now potentially in trouble. Just going to get
What did Caps just do?
Yanko's going to take a bit of damage as well, but now Ghost is in on the bottom side. We're going to have to
Kind of walked onto a trap there.
Moment, but in the meantime, G2 getting bullied out of lane. Caps just getting
Oh my god, he was close to dying there. So close to dying. One auto, he was dead. So G2 beat Damwon in 2019. But everyone was saying that in 2019, Damwon was crushing everyone in scrims, I believe.
I guess in a better position, it should focus fire
and then
push back into
come
him.
2020, Damwon was the beast, the stage beast. I don't know if they choked or anything, but they were a different team.
It's already used the searing charge. Big haymaker. Showmaker taking the tower. One more auto to do it. Can they get it? Nagari is going to get one more tower shot. Has to flash out, but well timed, and they get the dive. And Damwon
pretty easy dive. Yeah, they changed their AD carry, right? They had nuclear bot, then Ghost came in. You can say what you want about Ghost, but I thought Ghost was the perfect bot laner for a player like Nuguri.
That is some crisp.
I felt like they just suited each other really well. Like Ghost could play anything. 2021 wasn't he just? Was it 2021 where he just like played Ziggs and shit?
This is a big deal. G2 falling behind.
And he just played whatever he needed to wave clear bot so Nuguri could carry.
One more time, you said maybe trying to fight for Prio here just to...
Yeah, and this Worlds I think he played pretty well as well. Con almost Con. Maybe it was this year then. This year was Ash Jin. Oh yeah, it was Con next year because Con was on Damwon and they lost to EDG, didn't they? And that was the 2021 semis against T1 that went to 5 games and it came down to an Elder flip. Obviously you can see some similarities to Season 7 though, right? They've still got Warrior. They're just going Red Smite instead of... I think Trackers got removed. I don't remember. Did Trackers get removed and it was only red and blue? Yeah, it did. I mean, it was mega OP. If you had Sidestone and Trackers, you just lit up 6 wards on the map or some shit. It was fucking crazy. When was Purple Smite? Was that in the era of Green Smite as well? Yeah, this was the year I retired. I was on the analyst desk for this Worlds. It was my first ever analyst desk. This was the year I retired.
Years to make it to a Worlds final. 2018, not the case. 2019, LEC versus LPL one more time. This time around, it could be a different
Mickey,
story,
oh, that hook. Nautilus versus Brown is so rough.
For Mickey, but it might be too little too late. Ghost just going to grab another kill, and there's nothing
the
left
stack
for
spawn
G2
on
in
bot
the
crab
river,
as well.
but a third mark for
Yeah, it was a rough tournament. A rough semis for G2. G2 just came off the back of beating Gen G 3-0. And Cap Silas was like popping off really hard. It was 3-0, right? Everyone was hyping G2 coming into this series, I think. Because they had really insane level 1s against Gen G. They were really creative. Like their level 1s were crazy. If you watch Gen G G2 quarterfinals World 2020, their level 1s every game were so weird.
There's a lot of setup just across the map to make these really big plays.
So you can see that
Does this even work?
are just trying to use the ultimate.
Dunk back down. Haymaker still up and available.
Here comes Braum.
Waiting for the biggest one possible.
Oh, what a roam by Barrel.
Good damage coming in.
Halo Blades Braum.
Stack,
What the hell?
That's the Halo Blades, baby.
He just came in and one-shot the Ornn.
Capstone now coming in. This is going to be big, but Nagari waiting off to the side. Canyon now can step forward.
He missed his Q as well. I wonder if someone would play Halo Blades Braum nowadays. If you're playing like Ezreal Braum against... I'm not sure, something, and you play Halo Blades Braum. Is that like playable? I wonder if that's playable.
Insanely dominant right now from Damwon Gaming. Canyon
have to force. They're losing the game so hard, and Senna dropped bot wave, right? So Caedrel can hit tower for free. So have to force. Oh, Rod of Ages, what a beautiful logo. Rod of Ages corrupting pot. Oh my god, cinema. I loved Rod of Ages. Sword Art played Halo Blades Braum last month in solo queue. Really? Yeah, this is last hitting Senna, not fasting. I will say, the HUD has gotten a lot better. I really like seeing the gold differences between lanes, seeing stacks on the side.
And definitely not where G2 want to be.
Oh, that push.
Though, caught out here, the immediate setup.
Oh, the TF ult as well. The pick and river with TF ult is crazy here. Oh my god, it's brutal.
Coming in with the ult just to finish the job. Mickey running for the hills, but I think they can keep this fight
actually
going.
Brutal.
Stolen all taken back. Canyon, Lamb's respite, buys himself a bit of time. Yanko's now on the retreat. Showmaker stepping forward with that gold card.
Yeah, this game is rough. I mean, I feel like Braum is just so good against their champs. Stops Ornn. It's good into Graves. He basically has like triple AD carry with it. Against Nautilus too. Braum does so much this game. There was an item called, was it Hextech GLP he's building? It's like this item that throws out a slow. They're TPing top to try and force this tower because they know they're losing Drake and they can't contest bot wave. They drop mid push for it, but they're trying to get a tower.
Teleport here to try to force this one down. It does mean access into the mid lane for Damwon. You can see Caitlyn is already hitting that, and we'll see if Perks and Mickey get something back.
Snare connects. Caught out under the tower. Caedrel tanking for as long as humanly possible to try to keep him alive. Ghost gonna flash into safety and he manages to make it out. Big ult! Does not connect.
That's crazy, he lives there. Beryl just giga chats the tower. And Caps and Yankos lose the 1v2.
Well. And it just goes from bad to worse. G2 holding on to hope, most certainly, but this is dire straits.
Beryl is a goddamn hero. Just give him the
I loved Beryl this tournament. I remember analyzing every single one of his games.
Completely right. This is clean dive. Well played. And this is, again, G2 going to try to fish for what they can, but gold card, Mickey waiting as long as he can so he can input buffer the hook. Doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stun there. Forced to all back behind him, but still they're going to push
kills
forward
window
for the
between towers. Yeah, G2 kind of collapsed this game.
This could be big. Not a lot of great ultimates to steal, though.
I think a minion just saved Mickey's life right there. I think it caught Beryl's Q.
But obviously G2 came off the back of a World Finals, right? So I think they were considered a pretty strong team.
Anyway.
I mean, if Caps connects right there, that ultimate potentially
good old
kills
Uma
them.
Jan days.
Like,
Man, it's so weird to see Senna last hit. Blade the Ruin King set into Ornn. That matchup, unplayable. Unmovable. Set blasts his ass. I.e. Caitlyn first. You'll love to see it.
Random item breakpoints. It's still relatively difficult as we take another look at the replay and see.
I remember Kindred build. It was Warrior into Black Cleaver, wasn't it? That was basically
you've got Armura
the build.
And the start of lethality on Perks. You have the frozen hose on Caps.
Yeah. And Vedius talked about, hey, look, even if Damwon get ahead, if we go late enough. But the thing is, you gotta
if we go late enough,
he's not going to be happy if I just say that without context, so let's make it clear. It's going to be really late. They have Ornn. They have the Ornn items. There's so much just innate gold value that comes from
the cope is going crazy.
Longer in this game, but it is a hard thing to do. It is hard to survive. It is hard to not give up any greater.
But that's what you say in pro play.
Mickey barely even stepping forward.
There's always one guy that says, "It's fine, guys. We scale."
Just gonna ult for the damage. You might as well use it every time it's off of cooldown and use it to poke on this Caitlyn right now. It is relenting. And they have the dragon. It just gets worse the longer you look at it. The dragon spawning in 2 minutes. Damwon already got the first.
Why are we watching this? Well, we watched Season 3 and Season 7. I wanted to do one Season 10 game. I feel like this was the best one to watch. Well, not the best, but like the easiest.
It's a miracle.
Maybe we'll watch better series from the past in the future. You know what I'm saying?
We got 4 marks.
We're gonna do like 3 a day every week or some shit.
That's big. 575 attack range. We talked about it. Very crucial, especially in this matchup, especially against a lot of short-range champions. It's a difficult one.
Maybe one day we'll watch the Faker versus Ryu one. Maybe we'll watch like SKT at IG versus KT.
Even in the midst of a chaotic game, even in the midst of difficult.
We already watched Rocks Tigers.
One more time here up against Damwon Gaming.
Resets coming in
for
top
esports versus
Barrel,
Ninic.
so right on the clock for the 115 spawn for Ocean. At this point, G2 need to like hard shove down mid as quickly as possible, then hopefully move in. There's only a single control ward in their inventory on Perks, and if they want to try to contest this third dragon, it wouldn't be the death sentence for them, because obviously it's not the soul, but would set them up for soul. But either they decide that they want to make a pick
SKT versus Misfits, that's a classic.
Which I think they're too late to do, or they're just going to try to funnel as much gold as possible. They've got maybe 6 minutes to do so before the final team fight will come in.
And it's just brutal. The thing about this game is that while G2.
So what if I told you the game ended in 2 minutes, chat?
Those plays, it would have felt pretty even because Ghost would have gotten a lot of gold back, but because they didn't, Ghost now being 3K ahead, he's at 2 items. He's skipped. We talk like power trough, power spike. Obviously, people love it. It's a great buzzword, but
he's ahead of the clock.
We've skipped it entirely.
What if I told you Mad Lions lost
ahead of the clock? He's going to be 3 items before
in 4 seconds?
Finishes 2 full items.
He has, quote unquote, perfect CS, if you will.
Oof.
Looking close to 170 at 17 minutes. It is.
Yeah, 10 per minute. Definitely the target for all pros.
And I thought that G2 might give this one away, but it looks like they're setting up to try to fight for it. There's the pick.
Already the ulti has been used, or the E rather, from Brahms coming in, so now they can throw it back with a good ultimate. That's a good kickoff to the fight.
They got a kill.
Backing off, they have to be happy with a single pit. Nagari running forward, Flash is up and available. Flash Facebreaker into the ult is an option. Damwon Gaming though.
They got a kill.
Back away, not looking to push it any further.
Just don't fight the dragon.
Yeah, so the single pick there for G2, obviously going to feel good, although it is only on Barrel.
Winnable.
And Damwon will get what they came for, which is setting themselves up for this soul. It'll be, what, 22 minutes? 22-minute 30 for the Soul. That will be it. That is the finish line for G2 to have a chance in this series. This could potentially be their swan song here for the 2020 season. As here comes the Rift Herald, and that will take a huge chunk with the Caitlyn behind you, possibly this inner mid tower.
There's a lot of questions coming into this series. Damwon Gaming, they proved themselves in groups. We'll hold that thought because Wonder now in trouble, pulled back and taken down. That's going to be one tower. Damwon Gaming could look to force a second one here. The delayed snare now coming out. Caps off to the side, but that's going to be the
rapid fire. No, he doesn't even have rapid fire.
Taken out. Caps off to the side, but the team can just turn and collapse.
Herald's 170 health. Perks, kill Herald. Perks, kill the Herald.
They're just going to break the inhibitor. It's 18 minutes into the game and a
Perks, ward Q the Herald. Ward Q it.
They are giving them the Cool Tigers special, the Rock special, the Longzhu special. They are destroying them.
G2
they're gonna end the game.
Getting taken out. 18 minutes and 30 seconds. And this is not the way that Europe expected it to go. The greatest team Europe has ever produced falling flat here in Game 4. Damwon Gaming look ready to end, but can Wonder and Caps hold on? It's the double kill for Nagari. They're pushing forward. Caps holding on for dear life. Jankos wants to hold on. The health bars are low. The shutdowns can come through. Maybe, just maybe. G2 trying to hold on to hope. Damwon Gaming, though, set their sights on the Nexus. Damwon Gaming set their sights on the final.
1857.
They take their time
Classic.
but they sweep aside the LEC, and for the first time in 3 years, the LCK will advance to the World Final.
Yeah, it was a long time since the LCK was in the World Finals. It was EULPL, EULPL. And then Damwon celebrates with a G2 celebration. They grab...
Damwon Gaming are not the LCK. Damwon Gaming are a
Is it Ghost they grab and then they like pretend to throw in?
But they are here to play. They are here to fight, and next weekend they will be here to take a shot at hoisting the Summoners Cup.
Because it was in COVID, right? They had a green screen and some fire. They're pretending to throw him in because G2 did that all tournament.
As the salt in the wound.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. 3 fun series.